All right. And we are back. Session 19 of Season of Ghosts, coming to the end of a first arc. Now, we had quite the exciting session last week, full of combat, warfare, and maybe even a little bit of rat killing as a treat. Nonetheless, I do need a recap so we can dive right into where you left off in the horrific situation that you have been encountered with. Does anyone want to throw out a recap so that you can get a d6 or a hero point to start the session off extra? Otherwise, I can do it myself. Going once.
This is your moment, Fang.
Going
You write
twice.
history.
I would do it, but I came in late, so I don't remember the first half.
Oh. Well, I'm also fine for a gross overview of the whole campaign, like what guided and what mysteries allude you to here. All right, Jobin, please feel free, take it away. Who's the only person fighting for it?
All right. Previously on Season of Ghost, Soggy. So we come back with us sneaking into the lumberyard and trying to get a lay of the land in terms of like what's going on and and what we're planning to do. Kind of on our way here, before we snuck in through the secret passage, we kind of decided that we were going to choose violence today. And so these people have waged war against our village, and we need to defend ourselves. And part of defending ourselves is taking the fight to them. So we went to this lumber mill. We snuck in from the secret passage that we learned about from Old Man Mitsuki during our time, schmoozing with him. And we walked. There was this back area where the latrines were, and next to the officers' cabins, I think. We decided to open up that door first, and inside were two of those faceless creatures. Borbos, I think that's what we figured out what they were. But these seemed a little bit special. They were like wearing monk robes and had staffs, or like sipping on sake, even though they didn't have faces. They were like in the process of taking off their faces too, which is very scary. But we were able to kind of take them out. But in the process, we kind of alerted the rest of the entire camp as they kind of ran and tried to escape and got more people involved. So then we kind of held up inside this kind of tight space area and sort of made it like a defensive defensive corridor where the Borbos came running in, and Cian and Katai held a line, taking them out. Apparently, Katai was able to do some crazy sunbeam magic thing that I've never seen before, blasting it down the corridor and taking out a bunch of the enemies, the enemy combatants. One of the cultists or Naborbos that had one of the ones that had the staff and looked like monks was able to run away. And we're not sure where at the time we weren't sure where he went. We continued the fight, taking out as many Naborbos and Naborbos that were like disguised as city guards. Eventually we were able to clear them out and kind of regroup. Katai ran to go help our Kappa friend that we saw was getting harassed when we made our way to the lumberyard. She was able to get him situated and back into the water, sort of safe. At that time, Cian was able to head towards the larger lumberyard storehouses. Inside there was some Naborbos and some captured villagers. However, at the same time, Fang was speaking to the stable master who apparently his son was taken, and it felt like they were going to use them as some type of sacrifice. And the stable master, pleaded to Fang to save his son. And it was very important that his son got saved. With the gravity of his words, Fang came and ran to the rest of the group, and we had to make a hard choice whether to leave the villagers right now and go save this one kid, or abandon him and make sure we got the villagers that are right in front of us saved. Apparently, we were talking to the Porbo that was inside the storehouse that was holding the villagers hostage. Spoke to us through telepathy. Apparently, they realized we were there, and mentioned that they were going to. They were, wanted us to go ahead and take out the other ones that seemed to have broken off and wanted to do some type of weird ritual, and that these villagers are going to stay safe until then. Not actually believing him too much, but feeling the gravity of Fang saying that, if this doesn't, if we don't save this kid, something bad will happen. We decided to leave the villagers for now and then come back. And so we ran towards the north, following down the path into the woods to try and track down where the stable master's son was being held. We eventually followed the path all the way up to the edge of the mist, where we saw that some foul ritual was being conducted. The boy was tied up, and there was a Naburbo with a vicious-looking red dagger and flames on her fingertips, getting ready to, sacrifice the kid. We interrupted the ritual. Combat ensued. There was darkness cast. A fight broke out, but with the benefit of Katai and Ross's dark vision and some help from ourselves, we were able to take out the Naborbos that were trying to do this ritual. But it seems like something still happened afterwards, as when they fell and we thought we had defeated them, weird creatures bursted from their chests, ripping them open and stepping out of them, crawling out of them. Creatures with butterfly cages for heads and weird, gangly, deformed arms. I'm not sure what these are, but we're about to find out.
You don't recognize it? It's a blessing. Now then, thank you for your... Do you want a D6 or a hero point?
Hero point.
Hero point is given then. Thank you for your recap, Jobin. And lastly, I'll describe to you, as you guys are given the blessings, what is your character's personal hell? Going once?
Seems like I feel like you can use this against us.
You are correct. Going once?
Yeah.
Going twice? Sold to Ross. Go on then. Illuminate me. I think you're muted.
Ross's personal hell would be probably having to sit and listen to all the reasons why or should he have had changed his actions of the past from his father, and not being able to try to correct or explain himself, just having to endure.
Interesting. To have to listen to the idea of you changing is your own hell. Very well. Who would you like to ask the question of the rest of the party as you take your D4?
We'll do Fang, since you rolled after him.
Tell me, Fang, what's your personal hell?
The smoke-filled blacksmiths.
Really? Very well. Being trapped in one, I assume. At the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, being in one. Very well. Okay. With that all being said, I'll bring you all back over. All right. And so in the silence of this ritual, the last Napora bow dropped to its knees. Its voice in your minds broadcasted out as it looked away from the mist, desperately begging for forgiveness, for silence, for mercy. It can't be known. You can only feel desperation. But what responded to its pleas as this ritual was interrupted was something entirely foreign. A being, an enormous rumbling. Like a tree suddenly toppled over, this sound rolled across the ground beyond you and over each of you. As it did so, the Napora bow keeled over to the side, begging more and more, as a vaguely humanoid shadow rears up from behind this wall of ghosts. The shadow lunged at the wall from the far side, causing this misty barrier to suddenly flex and bulge, pushing faces and its own appendage against it, as though a solid wall was being flexed upon, and just before you thought it would break, it released, pulled back, and the shadow vanishes, leaving this wall entirely intact. But the bodies of the 4 Napora bows, they cracked. There was a groan as you looked down at the creatures, and as their bodies cracked, you could see, peeking in underneath their ribcage and their skin, were mangled, broken fingers, longer than any humanoids should ever be. As there was a popping sound, and the death of a Napora bow that was still alive, it struggled against this power before screaming and being split in half. As both and all at once, rib cages were torn to the side. Pulling out of their cages are massive, enormous, bigger than the original bodied blessings from beyond. Moldy wicker baskets for heads, red butterflies floating out and quickly fading, lumbering headless corpses with elongated arms broken in far too many places that joints should not be, in tattered robes and yellow bands. These beings reared their ugly, headless frames and lunged, and I'll roll their initiative. The last person who has not rolled initiative is Z Yin. The first to act is the one that split from Zudu herself. The being lumbers out, cracking its long arms. It then rears towards you, Katai. Katai, as you turn towards it, you see it reach towards your gut. It splits your mouth open with one hand and rears into the depths of your throat. It will attempt to ram its fist into your stomach.
I forgot how injured I was.
That'll be a 30.
Oh, okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay. As soon as it strikes you, you feel it grip at the basest, deepest part of your tongue. And as it pulls in deep, you watch as the rest of its arm digs deeper and deeper into your body, and the other wraps around the back of your neck. And it is going to try to throw you behind it and towards the wall.
Okay.
It's going to make an athletics check as it gets a free action to push you.
Oh shit. Okay. 20. That is going to fail. My
Hey.
DC is a 22.
Okay, rearing up, bringing your elbow, you can crack its appendage that grabs at the back of your neck, but you can't stop the smell of your own body being spilled onto the floor in front of you as your insides become out.
Those aren't
It
supposed to
will
be-
rip your stomach out, pulling your tongue at a gross angle for 12 damage.
Owie.
It will
My
then
tentacle.
continue to grope down your throat and will attack again for a 22.
Oh, God damn. Oh, jeez. Oh, golly.
This one, however, is less potent. As you watch its long arm, which has twisted into the depths of your stomach, pulls out all the way you can see up to its elbow, which is more than 7 feet deep, is entirely covered in your innards and blood, before it rears it out. That is its turn. This one here will go for Ross grabbing at your arm. A natural 1 on its first attack. As you sense its malevolence, it swings over the top of your head and its arm bends around its own shoulder and snaps across the top of its wicker head. As one arm lies twisted around the top side of its head, it will then swing again with the other. And yet again, its lumbering arms twist towards you and snap around its own back. As it swings all the way around and towards its front, the tangled mess spins around in its own place before moving upon you. But Ross, it's your turn.
Did it just nat one him twice?
Yes, it did.
Oh, my God.
Gosh, you guys are messed up too. I'm gonna stride.
The lumbering frame does not do anything as you make your way away from it.
Then I'll target Katai, and I'll do a 2-action heal.
All right.
Thank you.
Mending some of the wounds deep inside. Is that your turn, Ross?
That's my turn.
This blessing here is going to rear down towards you, Zian. It brings down its long, lumbering arm and will grab and swing underneath your groin, and you'd feel its elongated arm snap, twist, and grab the back of your neck from all the way from below. It will grip down to break at your spine, and it will attempt to throw you. How's a 16?
It needs a... Is it reflex?
I believe it is against your fortitude DC.
It needs a 20.
Okay. It cannot push you, and as you do everything in your power to dig your boots down as it snaps the back of your neck, you're in an uncomfortable position, and just as you think you've got a bearing on your situation, you would see the other arm coming swinging at your stomach. We'll attack with Matt. For a 15. And that will clatter against your shield as you barely bring it up in time. This one here is going to lumber and stumble. 20. 40. Bang.
Okay. Gotta cast all my spells. Thing is going to start with a. You know what? Actually, he's gonna delay until after Jobin, and hopefully Jobin can tell him about these things.
Okay. Fang, you do have the precognitions that you realize you are well within their reach at this distance. It has that long of arms. Just letting you know that.
Sounds good.
Below Jobin?
Yep. I'm gonna wait for Jobin to tell me what.
Okay, excuse this. Katai.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna move right over here.
Okay, they do not react.
Thank God. Okay. And I'm going to bring my katana and give him a slash. I still have magic weapon on.
Okay.
So hopefully this will one-shot it.
As it has its one arm on Ziyin, you will bring your arm backwards and swing, and you notice that its other arm snaps out of socket, and you realize you don't know which side of this is its front.
Oh, these things are weird.
17 will hit.
Alrighty.
Okay.
12.
Bringing up your blade, you stab into its back, and you would hear something from inside. There's a vibration in your blade, and as you look down, you see something spill out onto it. Butterflies.
Oh.
Butterflies begin to flutter out, and while getting a little bit of distance away from the creature, they disappear into red mist. But as you draw the blade outwards, you slash deep and low. And as you cut down to the hip, it's flesh, it's easy, Katai. They're 10 weak to slashing. Or is that piercing?
Oh, I can do both, but I chose to do piercing, so that's
Very
on me.
well, that's on you.
It's an L on my side. So.
Of course.
But I know now, so it's okay next time. The plot twist, the next time is now. I attack
Absolutely.
you with my katana.
All right. Realizing that the skin is so buttery smooth, and there is not even any organs, bones in there, you rear back and drive it into it, this time driving it sideways, slashing out the hip. And
Fuck.
this time, a mass of colony of butterflies fly out to the right, before becoming mist on the ground. It makes no reaction, but it deals 27 damage, and that barely will bloody it.
Oh, I thought that was gonna kill it.
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. That's my turn.
All right. 39 damage in. It is bloodied. A little bit in the bloodied. Cian.
Oh man, to stay here. Fang and Jobin are going to have to take care of that one, unfortunately. He will draw his axe. This is his first action, because that wasn't out. And then he will target the same one that Katai did and take a swing at it.
Good call.
For his second action, it is not that, it is not that. Here we go.
A 16 will hit. With your runic weapon, you're able to slash it downwards, and with a horrible cutting motion, you're able to sunder it. That'll be 25 damage. It's still up.
Still up.
Mm-hmm.
These things are so beefy.
Might be time to kite.
They're slowed, so we can outrun them if we need to. And I think they have a 20-foot movement.
Make them use one of them at least.
Yeah. I think the implication, I feel like, is that these things have reach, because Fang can feel like he's in range.
Is that your turn? Zian?
Sorry, I was muted. How high up are these ridges here?
Oh, I don't think very high at all. I think they are soft grass patches. It just leads into the forest off the trail.
We will move there, and this is turn.
All right. Jobin, one is encroaching upon you.
First things first, he's gonna, now that he's seen these things do some stuff, he's gonna try and recall knowledge. First action.
You don't know.
All right. Second action, seeing what's been going on. Probably should get some of these taken care of. He is going to. Okay, hold on. Did I have it already drawn? No, I did not. Do I need to have it drawn for this ability? Yeah, it has to be a held weapon. Dang. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna stride. Here. And see how far I'm. Okay, good. I can still hit that one. I'm gonna target this one all over there, and by Katai, and I'm gonna cast a needle dart.
All right.
That's four actions, my friend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then in that case, I'm gonna pull. I'm going to. Yeah, one action. I'm gonna pull out my dagger.
That's your turn.
Yep.
Fang.
All right. I realize what's important.
Beetle.
I've got to protect Beetle at
Yeah.
all costs.
Yeah, I got you.
Dude, he's right. He's right. He's got it.
At the beginning of my turn, they're like slashing him. Like I probably would have noticed, right? I've got a good perception.
You
that, like, the
definitely
slashing
noticed that
really
slashing damage seems incredibly effective against these creatures.
Okay. At the beginning of my turn, I'm gonna spend a hero point to quicken myself with Surge of Speed. I'm gonna use that free action to step. I am going to target this guy, and I'm going to Gouging Claw.
All right.
Self-rolled.
Oh, well, my reaction.
That'll be a crit.
Here's the damage. It's gonna be double this.
On slashing.
Yep.
All right. You walk up towards it, seeing in confidence what it can do. You bring up your arm, you slash into its stomach, and you don't see blood draw from this creature. Instead, you let out a colony of red, fluttering butterflies that goes across you, almost blinding you in their mass. It makes no reaction to being hurt by 42 damage. It is just into bloodied, and it stares you down with nothing but a moldy wicker basket.
Does Beetle feel like he's in danger, like within its reach?
No,
Does he feel like he's just out of it?
but if
Okay,
Beetle comes
then I'm
any
gonna-
closer, it's reach.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my last action to raise my shield.
Perfect. You raise your shield.
And that's my turn.
This one over here is going to hobble. It's going to turn around. It's going to slowly move to here. It's then going to make its way towards this large Nang tree, and while Ross, you are hiding behind it, it is going to go for you. It does it while coming within reach. That'll be a 26. Low damage for 9. It'll then use a free action. How's a 24?
That is successful.
Okay, so as you see it move towards you, you would see one hand plant onto the tree, and as it moves at a accelerated rate swinging off of it, it will swing the arm towards your neck, it will crack around the side of your neck, and then, like a long line of rope, it will once, twice, thrice, 4 times spin around your neck, pull you into its chest, and its hand, long enough, yet through all of this, places over your mouth, digging into your jaw, and covers your eyes, and then it will toss you 10 feet. Throwing you into the air, unwinding all the way, smacking you into the ground, and as you see it, it can move within reach. After giving this sort of push, you can feel yourself disoriented as you slap into the ground, protected by your magic. But as you look up, you're the opposite way, and you see reaching arms as it begins to reach down to grab and continue to drag you towards the mist. This one over here is going to throw out its arms in all of its reach to barely but still reach you, Ziyin. With a large sweeping motion, it is able to be predicted, and you can bank its long arm as you hear a sickening crack as it smacks it over your shield. It will then throw another one at you. For another miss. Once and twice. Any humanoid's arm would be entirely goo at this point, but you hear them re-snap together. Well, together. Ras, what do you do?
Alright, I'm gonna stay where we're at.
You are still within its reach, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, well, we're not totally done yet.
Mm-hmm.
So... Destroy it again. And then I'll turn back towards it and see if I can recall anything about it.
Go for it. What would you like to know?
Their traits.
Define. As in their passives?
No, like the monster traits.
Oh. You get the
What are they
feeling.
made of? Are they holy, unholy? Are
You
they
get the feeling
monstrosities?
that through all of this with their butterflies and beauty, they must be something entirely linked. Perhaps a hive mind, considering the insects. You don't get the sense that they are unholy. You don't get the sense that they are mindless. Beyond that, you can't be sure.
Alright, that's pretty creepy. They are alive.
That's your
Alright, that
turn.
was my final action.
Katai, this one's going to come towards you, and it looks like it is going to reach towards your side as you have flashed into its belly. It is going to try to give you one as well.
Alrighty. Does it seem that this thing bleeds?
No.
Or is it just... No, okay.
Nothing in its body seems to be anything other than more butterflies before the wound seals up.
Okay.
It's like a big butterfly sack in the shape of a human.
And what kind of damage is it doing to me? Is it doing bludgeoning damage? Damn.
Okay. 24 to hit.
That does hit, yeah.
Perfect. This thing's arm, you watch as it throws it backwards. You think that you're safe from it before you hear a sickening crack and it moves at an oblong, obtuse angle. It rears around, and though you can block it from shoving you, you will still take the damage as it slams into you as it fully stretches out the arm.
Alrighty.
Still up?
I'm still up. Oh, I'm still kicking. Don't you worry.
All right, the other one comes out
Yeah.
you too. Ah, you're fine with that one. That one strikes into your forearm, and you watch as all down its elongated, twisted arm, it just bends and pops in other ways before it snaps back to a longer form. Fang, this one's on you. It is going to go for a swing as you have your claw into its gut. 29.
Okay. That hits.
That'd be 13 damage.
I'm gonna use my reaction
The shield block.
to block it with my shield.
Sounds good. You feel it wrap around your waist as the fist hits you, glancing off the shield, grabbing onto your side. It then begins to twist around you. Does a 20
Wait,
beat
have
you?
me take the whole 13.
Hmm?
Fortitude? Yes, it will. One sec,
Okay.
I'm trying to.
I think if
figure
you
out
click
why
the
it-
block button on...
I did.
oh,
Yeah, that's what-
maybe you don't have a shield equipped?
No, it's definitely equipped.
Hmm.
There's like 2 block buttons, but the.
Yeah, it's one of them works, one of them doesn't work.
Yeah, you might have to pick
like-
the one that's under the fang thing.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Now it worked.
Alright, it wraps around the side of your waist, though you blocked it with your shield. Then suddenly you feel your shield tight towards your chest, Fang, and in a sickening realization, you are no longer on the ground. It heaves you over the top of its own head, holding you high into the sky, and as you are up above its head, it will punch you again with the other arm. You're able to bring up the side of your tail, bat it to the side, and get rid of any amount of weight this could have had. And as it clangs into your shield, you still smack into the wooden log and roll onto the side. Before it slowly just lumbers in. It does not form correct using its body, it form corrects using its arms, as they snap back in their sockets, and the main body stays in its same position. Katai, what do you do?
Alright, I'm gonna slash the one besides me.
Mm-hmm.
20. Oh, I didn't target it. My bad. I believe a 20 still hits though. $13 slashing.
Okay. Glistening, blood-red butterflies spiral into the air as you watch the whole thing fall into a slump. The wicker basket cracks, and you watch as their bodies simply stay. It's like a lump of skin that has been emptied.
It stops moving though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. And I'm going to stride as my second action. And I'm going to stand protectively in front of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
My third action, I am going to cast shield on myself.
Good calm. You bring up a blinding light to try to get out of this thing. Katai, I wanted to say, you're holy, correct?
I am holy.
Does that
Yeah,
allow
I
you
am
to detect
sanctified.
other things that are holy or unholy?
That's a great question. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's like a vibe going on, like I can tell.
Okay.
But I don't know if like mechanically I can.
I would say with this death of that one that you had just slain, and the slumping sack of skin has bundled on the ground. The wicker basket has broken and lies in shambles, and as the red, glistening blood butterflies have disappeared, you have no doubt in your mind, and as Tenyo has reacted to their attacks and their bodies, that these creatures are your anathema. They are unholy.
Okay.
Despite everything.
I don't think Holy actually does anything mechanically.
Nope. Nope.
So
It depends on if they have an ability that does something against holy people, or you have an ability that does something against unholy.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
No
Okay,
worries.
okay. I gotcha.
But I feel like you guys can recognize each other.
Yeah,
at the very least,
game recognizes game, you know?
you recognize that these are unholy creatures.
Okay. They should die.
Zien.
Fang prone.
No. Just pushed.
Just fine. Well, Ian will move here. He will make this guy his prey. And he will do a twin takedown on him.
Lucky enough, you have a weapon just suited for this beast. If you can call it that.
First attack. Take it.
A 15 will hit. With 17 damage. The second will only hit because of your maneuver.
Okay. This is bludgeoning.
It is not bloody with the first 27 damage. The second one, you can go ahead and roll for me. And 7 damage. It does not bring it into bloodied range with 34 damage.
That is my turn.
Alright, sounds good. Letting out another mist of blood butterflies and cracking into its sacky flesh. As you hit it, Zien, you feel something hard within. Something veiny. As if instead of bones, this thing has only one long bone that runs from head to toes and all throughout in twisted manners. Jobin.
right. Again, he's gonna first attempt to do a recall knowledge.
Very well.
This is the second attempt.
I assume there's no minuses for doing that again. It's not map, right?
The DC usually is harder.
Oh.
When I do it, it will have like other columns for multiple attempts.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right. Okay, hold on. I need to have them selected first.
Yep.
Jump in, and then recall knowledge. So in the table that it shows up, it should have like first attempt, second attempt.
Okay. What would you like to know?
Lore. The lore thing about them. If they have a lore thing.
They must be who you failed. Their manifestation, the kami that you have angered with your actions. The dissuasion of Willowshore gathered into manifest form. The unrest.
Okay. Alright, so that's first action. Second action, he's going to add power to his dagger and fling it towards the one next to Fang.
Excellent. It will snake through the air towards it.
Right, here it goes. Spell, Andy Apprentice. Ugh. Oof.
14.
We'll
Yes.
clear point it.
Sounds good.
Again.
Unfortunate.
Right.
It's just not fated to be. The weight of your
Right.
misdeeds is too much.
Right, I still have one action left. Hmm. I'll I'll cast shield on myself.
Very well. Fang.
Alright, against Fang's wishes, Fang's gonna spend an action. Beetle's gonna strike forward, and he's going to mandible this creature.
Mm-hmm. That will hit with a crit.
And 2 crits in a row from Fang.
Mm-hmm. 16 damage. It's not enough to take it down. It's enough to very much hurt it.
And Fang's like, Beetle, I'm fine, get out of here. Yeah, I am role-playing with myself.
Hey, perfect.
And Fang will slash at it again.
That's what I do every single session.
Dude, I brought popcorn. This is rad.
11
Oh
will
no,
not
I'm
do.
gonna re-roll it.
Sounds good. 16 will hit. Very good. As Beetle comes up and skewers it, you watch as a burst of butterflies goes over your face, and you swing wildly, sensing at this strange being. And you feel your paw crack wood and sink paw deep into the moldy, wax-like flesh in the top of its head and dig deep within. And as you rip your hand out with a slash, it opens, and you just see a absolute billowing of butterflies that flows out of its neck area and flies out free. And the being drops down, dead. A sack of flesh and broken wood.
Awesome. I scold Beetle and tell him to go stand by Joe and where it's safe. And I get ready to help everyone else. And that's my turn.
This one moves here. Seeing someone draw a blade, seeing someone take note of this, it is going to go for Katai. You're closer, anyways.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
27.
Ow.
11 on the reposition.
Oh, it's a failure.
Okay, you are able to brace yourself and hold yourself down, but in doing so, you have left an opening. It's your face. Your back to it, you would see, it snaps around your front and then punches towards your mask, even though it is far too far away to be able to do such a thing. Of course, these things as arms, they don't exactly care.
You just punched me in the face. What the heck?
11 damage.
Alright. I'm still up. You gotta hit harder than that.
The other one.
Oh, actually, I am gonna shield that though, so I'm just gonna restore 5 HP.
Sounds
Sorry,
good.
Sorry.
The other one's going to take the opportunity and also strike you.
Oh. Well then.
For a 22.
22 does hit.
Yeah, it hits with your off guard. Okay. It's going to roll against throwing you.
Okay.
22.
That actually meets, yeah.
Okay.
That hits.
As one covers your face with its fist, then its claw, it makes you unable to see through your mask. And in that moment, you feel something hit your chest. And the rest of you guys would hear the disgusting sound of bone breaking and skin parting as it places its full fist about knuckle deep into Katai's flesh. Dealing 16 damage. Gripping.
Activate my trap card.
Oh?
Because I would knock me unconscious, but oh no, go ahead and describe your fun little flavor
Oh,
text. Go.
sure. No, it is gonna hook its thumb and index finger in through your ribcage and meet them at the center before throwing you.
Oh. I do get repositioned, but I do activate my orc ferocity, so I'll knock down to 1 HP.
Oh, perfect. As it tosses you away and pulls its fist out of your flesh, You're thrown over here. It will then reposition over the corpse of one of the creatures they came from. Oh, it only needs to
I
reposition within
imagined
reach. I
it,
apologize. And you look. How would do you think Orc Ferocity looks for you?
Oh, jeez. He, like, disembowels me, but Katana's just still going.
Oof. All right, you all can see bone that has been pulled outwards and is peeking between the flesh. But Katai, you stand up, maybe even licking your own wound, and just keep moving.
Dude, I'm ready to go, bro.
All right. I think it can attack again, actually.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's gonna do that. Hell yeah, bro.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, it's gonna take that one last attack.
Did you shield block? Because that's a reaction.
Yeah, she
I
did.
did, yeah.
Orc
So then-
Ferocity.
Oh, no!
Frosty's a reaction, too.
Frosty's a reaction. Well, that's okay. I play my other trap card. That's right. I have 2 of them.
All
This was
right.
not a reaction. I will take my Orc Ferocity back, and instead, I will activate Last Stand, which will drop me to 1 HP.
Perfect.
And reaction to, not reaction, but when I take damage. So instead of wounded, I'm going to take doomed. As I get dropped to 1 HP.
Okay. Doom.
It's a-
Oh god. Yeah.
I mean, Doom's kind of like being wounded, so.
Yeah.
All right. Your chest and rib cage is exposed, so I mean it makes sense that you're doomed. But it holds out its arm and goes for a swing, but cannot meet your chest. Instead, you're gonna bring up your arm, and it will smack into it. It will miss with its second attack. And Ross, continue.
Always getting herself in trouble. Day in, day out. That's right. I target this creature, and I'll attempt to soul siphon it. This is my second for the day, so I go to drain 1 also.
Okay. Which one? Top one?
Top one, yes.
18.
Alright, so
Alright.
it takes 4 damage there.
Void damage?
Yes.
Perfect. As you pull your arm towards them, you begin to siphon out their energy, and you begin to feel absolutely sickened. As instead of the normal kind of void that you pull from creatures and siphon into them, instead you see a blood-red mist and butterflies begin to fly towards you. You will instead be siphoned as they pull from you instead. And they will provoke negative healing and regain 4 HP.
It happens, you know? Now we know.
Yep. Okay, hold on. I gotta adjust my
Oh,
tip because I
do you
didn't
think that-
actually.
You should. Oh, dude. Do you think we did healing? Do you think we spammed healing?
They still get the drain though. So.
Do they?
Yeah,
Even though they're immune to the
failure.
effect?
If they're immune to the condition, then yes.
They're
Drain
not.
just lowers max health.
Okay. Sounds
It
good.
doesn't do anything with your current health. It's just max health.
Very well. They will just take the drained one.
All right. Yeah, and then with dagger in hand, I will slash at it.
I mean, taking some of your essence, I assume, still isn't good for a creature, is it? Uh, 21 will hit. Your initial assumption as you strike them goes through, and you come to the realization that maybe, perhaps, Ross, these things are wrong. Maybe they're not what you assumed them to be. 2 damage becomes 12 damage. You spill out some of your own force. Is that your turn?
That is.
Katai.
I'm gonna cast a 3-action heal.
Okay. What does that look like for you?
So I'm going to unsheath my katana and let it radiate with sunlight as it's gonna just permeate the 30 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Place 30-foot emanation.
Is there even a
That'll
save?
get everyone open. Yeah, there is a save. There's a fortitude saving throw from them that they need to make. And then it's a DC 18 basic fortitude save. Okay. So the 25 is going to take half. The 16 will take full. And then Cian, myself, Ross, and Fang will take the healing from this.
Sounds good to me.
It's only 1d8, so don't get excited. Oh,
Hey!
shit.
As the light moves through, you see the shadows of their wicker baskets, and the butterflies are evaporated at the light of Shizuru. They do, in fact, take damage from vitality. I believe it was the top one that failed, so 8 damage.
Am I supposed to be rolling 2d8 for that, actually? It says the amount
Yes.
of healing or damage
What
increases
level
by
is it?
1d8. It would have
Well,
been automatically heightened because it's a font spell. So wouldn't it be cast at level 2? Yeah.
Nice. 2d8
Wonder why
damage.
that
Yeah,
didn't do it.
you have to go
Well-
through and update your fonts.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe that.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll do that later. I'll do that. But here's another d8 for everyone. You take another 5.
How dare you? They take another 5.
Also, I think the damage is actually different from the healing too. When you do it.
The targets, all living and undead creatures in the burst. Maybe. Let's see.
Well, if you
No, I
want to
think
know...
the damage is the only time the damage is different if it's 2 action because it has the bonus modifier.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the 2 action adds the 8 for healing, but not the damage. But this is just the dice roll, so yeah, they take the 8 and the 5. Yeah, then we are healed for the 8 and the 5. And I will go in.
Wait, it says the amount of healing or damage increased by. Oh yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Everything's
I-
right.
I'm
played a
gonna go
cleric
through
for a
and-
little bit.
I'm gonna go through and fix them right now. But yeah, that's my turn. As the light of Shizuru heals all of you, even you, Ross.
But not Beetle.
Beetle was too far away from God's light.
I get
Sorry,
no thanks
man.
for coming to save her.
All right. Kataya, as your wound mends over in your chest, your bones still pick out, but the flesh is healed over.
All right, that's my turn. I'm ready for another round.
Zien.
All right, Cian's feeling a little bit more rejuvenated. So we're going to make him a target. And he's going to stride right here. He will continue to attack this gentleman that to the north of him, however, just with 1 strike. That's it. There we go.
A critical hit.
Ouch.
Ouch,
Holy moly.
indeed. You're welcome to tell me how this kills it. You know how they die.
Well, when I hit it the last time, he felt that it felt odd and there was only 1 bone. So Cian finds that bone and bisects it.
Excellent. You rear back with all of your weight, and you let the axe do what it's meant to do. You cut through, and you feel it connect with that thing in its core. And as you slash through, for but a moment you all would see, as it's exposed from one side to the other, a stream of butterflies like a giant vein, a gnarled root inside of its body. And it slaps into the ground, as the rest of them break away from this one knot and become a colony, disappearing all at once in a glistening, gory mass.
And then with my last action, I'm going to do a trip with map.
Very well.
So athletics. Where you at? -5. Good lord. This is never gonna hit. And there we go. Nope.
It will not do. All right, Jobin.
Right. So yeah, one left. All right, so he's gonna go ahead and cast a needle dart. And it's
Okay.
oh, hold on. He's actually wants to test something out. So he's gonna take first action stride a little bit closer, and then he's gonna cast a range ignition.
All right. 10 damage.
Fire damage.
It takes 10 fire damage, straight up and straight through.
All right. And that's his turn. No longer shield.
Fang.
Alright. Fang says, go to Jobin, and Beetle scurries over to Jobin. And then, I will also just throw... I mean, I guess since we're trying things, maybe they're weak to lightning.
Always good to check. Always good to check, yeah.
11. They are not. Oh, I made a mistake. I deeply apologize, everyone. I made a dire mistake. It would not have changed the outcome of anything that's happened so far. But these guys have weakness vitality 10.
Ah, I see. So it would have taken an extra 10 damage.
Correct.
From my healing font, but that's not a big deal.
The other one had too much health. Then, what was that? And the 52 damage would have been the kill either way.
It's okay. Good
Go
to know
ahead.
that.
I apologize. So it takes 19 damage, but it was the 9 damage from you.
Okay, that's my turn.
Sounds good. Last of them, it is going to turn towards Katai and take a swing.
Come at me. I don't fear you. Yeah, you suck. Good
Weakened
shoot.
clearly by the light, it will go again. 23,
Okay, that one hits.
striking you for 14 damage.
I have 14 HP. I used my reaction to orc ferocity.
Okay.
To get the 1 HP.
This
Wait,
one,
You... Oh my god,
My
you healed
turn
for
passed.
exactly 13 and
Yeah.
everyone else. Oh my god.
So I bring myself down to 1 HP.
perfect. It snaps both of its
Wounded one
limbs.
and doomed one. And
Yeah,
if you
let's-
die, you're good. If you get crit, you're dead.
Just don't get crit. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah.
One of its arms snaps up into the air in one direction, the other. And as they both sit there, it's like mandibles. They both pounce down towards you as spears. You're able to block one with your arm, the other spears into your chest, grabs you by the rib, and then again tries to throw you towards the wall of ghosts.
I am in immovable wall.
You sure are. You just slowly begin to move back as this thing holds on to your rib cage, grabbing onto the 2 pieces that it has left. Ross, as your sister clings ever so closer to death, you can almost feel it, sense it. What do you do?
Ross is gonna attempt to tackle this thing. I'm gonna shove it.
By all means. You try your hardest, you run towards it, and you slap into it, and you feel it just mush. And it does not move.
It's like trying to tackle an inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Trough. Alright, well, Alright, no one, she's not gonna listen about falling back. I'm just gonna rousing pressure.
Are you out of healing spells? I probably don't need them anyway, so it's okay.
Katai, as it holds onto your ribcage, trying to push you backwards, you stand onto your feet and begin to push it back with not only your chest but your arm. You have your blade in your hand. What do you do?
So two questions. I'm currently wearing my healer's tools, and I just want to confirm something. If you wear your healer's toolkit, you can draw and replace them as a part of the action that uses it. So I believe that means it's one action I can draw and heal myself with battle medicine.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that true? Okay. Okay. Knowing that, I am going to step. Yeah, it doesn't have attack opportunity. So then I'm going to strike.
All right. Using its own abilities against it, you simply push up towards it.
Oh, I made that invisible.
That is invisible.
Sorry, everyone. There you go.
15 will hit. If you want to run for the crit, you can always count the hero point.
We just started the game. We just started playing. I'm kind of afraid, so I'm gonna hang on to it.
Okay. You are rolling
roll.
5 again.
We didn't again. I'm sorry. I was testing my healing font rolls.
It is
All right, there we
only the runic weapon is because you hit, to be clear. It is the only reason that you actually got this hit off. And as the blade snakes through the air, with a gleam, you deal 36 damage. It had 35 health. How do you want to do this?
That's how it feels. Yeah. I'm just gonna drive my katana through it, and just the power of the sun is gonna roast the butterflies alive.
Perfect. As you drive it towards the air, its arms still grabbing into your chest, you drive the blade up and strike downwards. And with one fell cut, your blade strikes the dirt. And as it splits in twine, the arms still holding on to you, they grow lax, snapping to the side. And as it falls in each direction, a whole colony of blood-glistening butterflies flies out of it.
And then with my last action, before something crawls out of these guys, I'm gonna battle medicine myself,
Okay.
because this will also get rid of my my wound condition.
It won't. Battle medicine
It
doesn't
won't?
get rid of wounded.
You gotta get to full health.
Oh, it's treat wounds.
Yeah, treat
Oh
wounds gets rid of it.
man.
But you can still treat
Dang
wounds
it.
after if we're not getting attacked
Yeah,
by
never
stuff,
mind.
you can treat wounds afterwards.
I won't
Treat wounds and battle
medicine
medicine don't
myself.
share cooldowns.
Yeah. I'll wait to treat wounds myself, just cause.
Okay.
It falls to the ground. Make your roll.
Oh no,
For
I'm
battle
good.
medicine.
You're not using
I'm
it?
gonna wait for the full minute. Well, now I'm afraid, so I will. I don't like the way you said that, so I will use it. But just so I can get myself back up a little
Okay.
bit.
Success. 7
Here we
HP.
go. 7. Hooray.
You rip their hands out of you, and you mend yourself with what you can with bandages, keeping the wound closed for now. Cian, it comes to your turn. And as this mass lies dead around you, these sacks of flesh, these wicker baskets destroyed, these cages undone, you begin to notice something wrong. The butterflies, they never left. They just seeped into the air and they disappeared. But the whole of the area turns a familiar blood red as a darkness begins to fill around you. Light begins to grow choked out as the mass from these 4 creatures begins to sprawl out like a great canopy of glistening red butterflies. With the light pulling through them, it looks just like that fateful bloody night. And as you all begin to prep yourselves, ready yourselves for whatever they would do upon you, there is a rumble from beyond the mist. And yet again, like a tree rolling onto its side and falling, a great hand pushes against the wall, pushing faces to the side. And as a hand the size of a small hill threatens to tense and break this thin barrier of mist, in the palm, a great maw splits, and all of the butterflies fly back into the mist from whence they came, collected, and the great ringed maw closes shut, and the force leaves as the barrier is not left broken. And it seems to be the end of this ritual and blessings.
I thought this was about to be a 3-stage encounter where we're
Yeah.
fighting swarms of butterflies.
I was like,
I was thinking it
I
too.
was. Oh my god. Okay. We should go, right? You should grab.
Fang's gonna rush over, and he's gonna load the veterinarian's son on the back of Beetle.
Yes, Ian,
And-
help Fang. Katai, do you even
Oh.
value your life?
Yeah, I'm living.
By a thread.
Still a thread.
Ross, as you speak these words, there's a twinge down your spine. Something feels wrong. There is something still here. Something that wasn't gathered by this mass, by this entity. The blade lies on the ground. Dim red glow coming from it. And on her body, pursed in her hand, as though it was her last will to grab it, is a book.
Owen's gonna stare at the mist wall and seeing like the hand come out and all that stuff happen. He's gonna try and think of what that might be, what's going on there.
Give me a recall knowledge.
Don't think too hard, Joven.
While I'm helping load up our friend here, I'd like to do recall knowledge on the butterflies and see if I can figure out if there's anything like natural about them that I understand.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll
Meng
collect the
Sung,
book and the sword.
you grab the dagger and the book. Very well.
That way we have it with us.
Her chest is bare and open. You see all of her insides, which are remarkably empty, as though somebody scooped out the entrails with a spatula. Meng Sung is easily rescued. He lets out gagged screams as he roils in only his underwear. And I assume you come up and slash the bindings and ungag him?
Yeah.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Please, please. And he rolls off the rock with you all.
Relax, Ben. We're getting you out of here. Climb on Beetle's back.
Okay. He will come on. He is remarkably untouched. Not like his father. Jobin. You think of what you've seen, you think of what you've heard, you think of the words. What? Who? How? And there's nothing. Nothing can explain what you've seen. This is beyond you. Just like the mists. The same for you, Fang. Even in your expertise, butterflies are said to be things of change, of metamorphosis, of freedom. You don't know how they would apply to such beings. But clearly they do.
Gotcha.
With Beetle, and with the blade, Katai, it looks like you stumbled over there away from everything.
Oh yeah, I don't want a big monster to come out of the mist. I don't have a lot of HP, so
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna have time for 10 minutes to chill, but if we do, I'll treat wounds myself.
You
But
don't.
for
I
now,
get the
I'm gonna
feeling
keep
your
it away.
party is trying to leave the ritual site.
Yeah. So Katai's just getting ready to go. She doesn't want to be jumped by anything.
Sounds good.
It was like we also got to save the other villagers.
Yeah, I was also thinking about that.
Yeah, we can't
So-
leave them.
Gathering yourselves, you can't help, Ross, but hear voices. Voices that seem to be clearer than anyone else can hear in this party. Voices that whisper. Faces and people pushing up against this mists, reaching towards you. But you don't know how you can help them. And you don't think they can help you.
Are they more clear compared to
Yes.
the last time I saw them in the mist?
Yes. In fact, they are clear enough for the party to see what they saw. What you saw. Which I will provide to you, as I assume you gather each other and begin to stumble away from the ritual site. Yes?
Joker's ready to get out of here.
Here you go.
Oh, it looks super cool though.
Is that like a ghost
a lot.
centipede?
That
It's like
is
a-
the
it's a
wall.
ghost. Well, it
The
goes.
mists. They appear
what's
to
in the
be
mist.
trying to run through, move around, and ride. They try to reach, they try to pull. You can't tell if they want you in or they want out, but they seem discontent either way.
So we walked into this previously, right? Or is this kind of a more concentrated effect of it?
This is the more concentrated effect. This appears
Okay.
to be here, and it has always, no matter what day it was, no matter how close or how far away you got, you could see this one. If you recall, the other parts of it, or even if they are of the same thing, were never apparent until you got too close to it. This, however, lingers up well over the tree line and hangs like a mist over this entire western region.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
To emphasize it, I can bring you back over to the hinterlands.
Hmm.
It is that thing, this mass that you're in front of.
Let's get away from it.
Yeah,
I think
just
that
far
is
enough
what
away
we
so we can treat everyone's wounds before we get back to the lumber camp.
Yeah.
Or
The-
we do one check and
The middling point is easy to find. You walk together, wounded, and with Mengson, who looks disturbed beyond words, expressing thanks as he had done before, but not talking about what happened. Not unless you ask or prod. And I'll leave you to speak to each other, if you wish to do so, as you take 10 minutes 2 miles away to mend your wounds amongst the trees of the Spectre Wood.
So Robin, you're smart. What was that? What were they doing? Could you tell?
He pushes up his glasses and kind of looks away from you and says, I have no idea. I'm thinking maybe old man Mitsuki might know, might heard of something like this, or if not, maybe we could talk to the Great Willow. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe you said you guys talked, and then he then stops himself. He says, well, maybe you guys can ask Ugly Cube.
Yeah, I mean, do we know anyone who has a bunch of old books? Maybe we can look through, see if there's. There has to be something. What were they? What was the name? Gatsipide? Gatsipide? Gapsupidi.
Kugapti.
Gopti.
Gugapti. Thank you. Gugapti. There has to be
No,
some
I
book
thought it was
around him, right?
Kugapti.
It's Gugapti. Gugapti.
Kugapti.
Every time you say that word, you can tell that Meng Sung is like covering his ears or like his neck is rearing down as though trying not to hear it. As though it's driving him mad.
Let's call him G-Man for now, just to make sure that doesn't bother him.
While they treat wounds, I'm gonna go ahead and refocus
Okay.
with the 10 minutes.
Sure.
And
So,
also
yeah, you
look
do
to
that.
get Beetle's wounds treated if possible.
That's fine.
Jobin, can you get Beetle?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I could. I was gonna refocus as well, but yeah, I can get
Can-
Beetle.
Can you refocus while treating wounds? Is that something you do now?
Hmm.
Because otherwise
No,
you gotta go another 10 minutes.
It's his own action. It's his own exploration action is refocus.
Yeah. Do we have any kind of healing potions or anything? I don't want to alarm anyone, but I'm still near death.
I have one left.
Yeah, I saw your roll. I was like,
Yeah, it wasn't great.
she could have just sat still and I would have healed her, but no.
I want the one
She
that's
had
two.
it rolled.
So, it wasn't very good.
I was so frustrated.
Listen. A blessing of harassment, whatever, it's just it happens. I still have 2 more healing fonts. I could use on myself. I don't know.
My healing potion is for when you go down.
I respect that. That's fair.
You know, when death is
Preventative
haunting
healing
you,
is
you
better
want
than-
death
That's for
on your
Beetle.
side.
Oh my god. Beetle, he jumps on top of you, he's chittering all over you.
No, get
He's
off,
so grateful.
please. I don't want. No means no, Beetle.
Beetle doesn't understand what you're saying. He
Hey,
hugs
tell
you
him.
and cuddles more.
He smells like honey. You give him a scratch
He
under
does
his.
not smell like honey. He smells like Fang's apartment.
He
I mean, Fang's house.
little scratches under his chin.
No.
Alright, I'm gonna cast a second level. It's not second level, but 2 action heal. I think just 1.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything else after that?
I just have 1 more after this. I had 2 fonts left. This will give me a decent amount of health, I think.
Yeah, I think with
Not
that,
too bad.
we
Yeah.
can tackle the next challenge.
That's not bad at all. Dang, healing does crazy damage when you hit like rank 2. That's wild. Alright, I'll take it. Cool.
Where's my dad?
He's hiding back at the camp. We're going to get him.
He looks at you, disturbed, but nods.
Did they say anything to you while you were there? Anything you remember?
Looks over at you. Wild eyes. It clearly seems to be something you'll have to convince him to talk about. Do you wish to give
Okay.
him a diplomacy check to try to do so, or do you want to season the pot of the or lead the issue?
I look at him and I realize I'm gonna have to persuade him, and then I look at Ross and I look back to this kid. Yeah, I know this guy who can. He's really good at talking to you and everything to make you feel better. Yeah, Ross, if you wanna ask him, you can.
Ross just shakes his head like, this is not the time to bring up his trauma.
Listen, we got 10 minutes. They're refocusing.
I was busy healing Zian that whole time.
It might help us understand what we're up against, though, because it seems like that there was some kind of schism in these monsters. One wants to do something with Gugapti, and the other one doesn't. If we find out more about it, we might be able to, I don't know, get those people out safely. making sure they're okay instead of fighting around them.
There's several priests in town. Surely they'll know.
Jobin will turn towards him and say, anything you can tell us might be able to help us, make sure this stuff doesn't happen anymore. I guess Jobin will attempt. Where's that? Diplomacy, there it is.
$25. He looks at you, and through tired, red eyes, he says, They said many things. It's hard to start. They put me on that slab. They called me something. A child of the ensnared. They were going to free me. They offered my name. They offered my blood. They offered my flesh. And then they offered my soul to that thing. They said it would help me. That it would unbind me from my friends, my family, my body, and my fate. They just told me that over and over again. They begged Great Kugabdi to take all of it from me, to accept it. And I couldn't move. The longer that they chanted, the more I wore down. I don't know how much longer I could have held out. It's like something was digging into me. Spreading. What did they want? They didn't hurt me. They hurt my father. That's how they got me to come out here.
Jobin, that ritual they were trying to do, it was for breaking the barrier,
I don't know.
concentrating the land. No, I recognized it. Whatever they're praying to, they were weakening the land, letting it cross over.
Recognized it? Like you've seen it before?
I've heard of it. It's a very low ritual to, seal a land to make it holy, but in this case, it's not a holy thing they were doing. Boy, the kid was for to enhance the spell. It's usually not very big, but a living sacrifice. I'm not sure how big it could expand its reach.
Wait, so you're saying that if we wouldn't have gone straight there and interrupted the ritual, then whatever that big thing banging at the mist was would have gotten out?
Hard to tell. The ritual usually takes 3 days.
Crip, can I ask a question that might be just totally off base?
Yeah.
I'm just reviewing our DMs from months ago about Sanctology. And I am reading about the theories of reincarnation and the different philosophies that it follows. From what this kid is explaining, does this sound like a Sangpachi kind of
It sure does.
I don't want to say it sure does, yeah. Just because I'm reading it and I feel like if it's all about fate and your current life being may or not tied to your past lives and everything. I don't really have a good grasp yet on what this necessarily entails. But from what I understand, I will explain. They were probably trying to maybe bring him back or remember who he used to be in a past life. To unattach him from the people he knows now might bring him closer to what he used to be. Or something. So it's possible his soul was some kind of ancient evil or ancient villain that has been reborn.
I
I
want
thought you said it wasn't okay to talk about people's past lives.
Oh, it's not. No, it's super bad. Like, you shouldn't know. Like, it's like sacrilegious.
Then why are you telling us?
Because this is a problem. We're trying to. We can talk about it. We just can't like know about it. You know. This is just theories. I don't actually know.
I'm showing you a section of what I've given you, yet again, since you have found that section I gave you.
Oh, thank you. I haven't pinned it in our chat.
I
Now,
saw.
So I can go back to it. Oh no, I got that backwards then. Possibly. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking from the sounds of it that they were trying to untether
free
his
him
soul.
from the.
And,
Yeah, so-
like steal his soul, which
Yeah,
No,
separated
bad.
from the cycle.
They were trying to corrupt his soul. Yeah.
So what you're saying is that they were trying to send this soul from not being part of the cycle anymore of reincarnation and give it to this entity.
Here, I'm going to read you this little passage that I've remembered off the top of my head very suddenly. The influence of supernatural manipulation or the taint of undeath can tear a soul from the cycle of reincarnation, transforming it into a Nindoru, a destructive category of fiend that seeks to disrupt the cycle of reincarnation and destroy the lasting works of a mortal life by diverting a soul from its path to enlightenment into corruption and cruelty. So,
Okay.
he may have been a really cool guy, and they're trying to disrupt his path of enlightenment. Doesn't really matter who he was in the past, I guess.
So are
Like,
we retconning what you said, or are you saying, or is this
Listen.
like you're like, oh no, I had it backwards?
Yeah, Kataya's got to straight, okay?
either way, it's very bad news. Messing
either
with
way,
anyone's soul
it's
is not for us to mess with.
Wait, I thought that was like what you do.
Not directly. I do it through limited ways, whatever Pharasma wishes.
Fane gives a funny look to Cian, but says no more.
Cian's in denial, man. He's seen a lot of stuff today, and it's not over with yet.
We need to get back to that lumber mill.
Yeah. I need to like read up on my Senpachi texts. I think I'm like super rusty.
So do we only rest for 10 minutes then?
Yes.
I think 20.
Oh,
Oh,
20,
yeah.
20, 20.
Didn't we do 20 so you can heal everyone?
No, we did 10 minutes because
No.
we have 3 people that can do medicine,
Yeah.
and all 3 of us did it.
Oh, I'm a liar then. Sorry, only 10
Okay.
minutes.
All right. Good.
If you want to do the 10 more minutes to refocus it, but that's up to you. But if
Yeah,
we
I'd
get
rather-
back
I'd
to
rather
the lumber camp and everyone's dead, it's clearly your fault.
That's what I'm saying. We're not resting for another 10 minutes. We're heading back to lumber.
Jeez, that was harsh.
All right, okay.
Look,
geez.
look, I'm in a position where I need
How is it the
to
wizard's
absolve
fault?
myself of blame.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You're the one
Of
versus the
what?
many.
What?
I remember what Fang did.
I guess I don't. Fang's out hook for me.
Remember, he's the one who convinced us to go save this kid instead of saving the villagers.
Oh, I mean, I was on his side for that, so I mean,
Yeah, you just ran out the door without
Yeah.
confronting any of us.
yeah,
Let's
we
go.
did do that. Okay, yeah,
Well,
let's
I
go.
was
Hopefully-
ready to
hopefully they're
split
okay.
the party, and I'm gonna be honest. After what we just experienced, I really appreciate you guys coming through.
Not realizing,
Yeah, we would've
also
got
realizing that we had 3
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, we did really see it.
What do you?
Well,
At
It-
max, I don't know how long they
Yeah.
were doing it.
these
Yeah,
things
that's true.
happen, you know?
They were. Who would have known what it would have been like if we took longer?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't know. That's what I'm saying. It's just a hindsight thing. We didn't know.
You can see that Meng-sun has listened to you, Katai, and what you've said, and looks very concerned and disturbed.
I'm sorry, don't listen to me. I'm just rambling.
But hasn't said anything else just yet, if that makes sense. He's just kind of looking down at this idea of what they were trying to do to him, at that the fact that he could be wanted not for something that he's done or is, but something that he was, and he seems to stay quiet. He seems to, it has taken a lot for him to talk about what was said about him, and what was said to him, and what he was called by these creatures. But he, in some way, does seem pleased that you were able to learn something from such a horrible situation.
Hey, kid, do you happen to be like actively practicing Sangpot? Just out of curiosity.
No, not. Well, yes, but everyone is.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Do you have a certain philosophy you follow? I'm just testing a theory real quick.
No, I care for the
Okay,
animals.
no.
They feel like family. They,
Like family. Okay.
they're like. I feel like the stables is where more than just the villagers can call home. I just want to help them.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
You're a good kid.
He nods. To clarify, all of you would know the basics of Singpachi. It is worshipped across, or followed as a teaching. As it's not a deity, it's just a way of life. Around all of Tianxia. Alright. Together you travel. Sengmeng stays beside you all. And eventually you can arrive back in the lumber camp where you had left it.
So, like, before we go in, Fane's gonna just kind of be asking everyone. So, we're killing all, right?
Saving the villagers.
Yeah, whatever it takes to save the villagers. We can try to.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
what if they try to like parlay with us and say?
Ian
you
gives
did our
Fang a look,
quest.
and Fang would probably recognize that look. He's not going to take prisoners.
Fang gives you a nod of agreement and stops talking.
Well, we should try to just parlay first. Try to get the villagers safely, and then we can attack and murder them all. Wait,
Ideally,
Hang on.
there's villagers to save.
my anathema is tingling. 1 second.
I'm watching it.
Hang on. Oh god, this is so hard. I have so much anathema. This sucks.
Good God,
You
though.
should try out my anathema. It's pretty chill.
Listen, I thought my anathema was gonna be pretty chill. It's come up so often. It's kind of funny.
Hey, the lovers, you know?
I'm looking at truce breakers. Yeah, parlay with truce breakers. I didn't technically break a truce, so I can parlay with them. They haven't broken a truce.
No.
Yeah, no, I think. Okay.
What's your anathema say about people that get kidnapped against their will?
Uh,
Hey,
I
don't mess it up. You might get cursed.
Listen, there
Or
is
worse.
a built-in mechanic
No-
for curses. Yeah, in my,
No littering.
Nolan. Thanks, Fang. Yeah, nice.
I know a thing about curses.
Okay. Yeah, my sword will curse me if I mess up my anathema, so I don't want to do that. I know. I think we're good. I think we're good. I'll just be quiet.
Should we head around the back and get him fixed, get to him to his father? Back through his secret entrance.
Yeah.
I don't think he should enter the camp.
Yeah, we should go around and.
Go around back to the secret entrance, go in, get the father, have them both stand out, leave the camp, and then we, as we move through.
Take a moment to see if we hear anything, though. It's been a while since we've been back here.
How long has it been?
15 actually, you had to travel 4 miles. I apologize. 4 miles there, 4 miles back. You what, 20 miles in a day? Is how much you can walk, I believe? I believe, say it's probably been a few hours at the very least.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's completely different compared to what we left. And we told the guy to leave if we didn't come back within, what, an hour?
Ooh. I did tell him that. He's probably not there.
Well then, our best bet is entering through the secret passage again then, right?
Unless they plugged it.
Well, why don't
Well,
we
they
just
didn't know-
go
they
through the
wouldn't know about
front
it.
door, right? Aren't we, coming in to turn in our quests? And Fang winks at you.
Ian will stealth toward the front or the gate that we came out of.
There's nothing about my anathema being the truce breaker. And...
I could send Mushi up flying overhead to take a look.
Ian nods.
Okay. Can you see through Mushi's token?
Yeah, Mushi's token's right here.
I'm trying to move it. I think it's come on to an issue. There we go. There you go.
He would be right, and I'll probably have him like land on the roof over here. Oh,
How's that?
make it like 10.
Are you able to see?
Yes.
Cool.
All right. He will telepathically or empathically let me know that danger.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of danger.
You say that to Fang as he opens the door.
By all means, it's your agency. Go ahead and click it.
Eyes back.
Meng Sung will say outside.
Everyone had like hide behind these logs out of sight.
Okay. As you move,
There's not many in there.
as you move towards the familiar place, you are back at the warehouse-like building that stands taller than the fences of the camp, and within a makeshift wooden cage apparently crafted from parts scavenged from large saws and other lumberwork tools, sits an haphazard throne made of a large root burrow that's nearly 5 feet tall. And the individual sits upon it, a bow in one hand, and watches you all.
Voodoo is bested. That's all he says.
The creature stands, puts a hand on the sword, and draws it, and gestures you to move forward.
Do the rank and file react in any way?
They begin to move.
Ian will motion for everyone to follow him.
This doesn't look
Wait.
good.
Actively surround ourselves?
As you move in, you hear voices, laughter, small talk between all of the various Naporobos. Suddenly, one of them, a clear one, fills your mind. Finally, Kugabti will be pleased. But he gave us life, and she has given us everything. We can make your war now. But first, tell me how it happened.
CM
I'll go to
looks
break.
Roz.
You can surely think about it during break on what you want to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, get
Yes.
ready, Ross. Spin them a yarn.
I will spend a yarn.
Alright. I have one AoE spell, and it requires them to be in a little small square,
All you need.
and it's not very strong. That's all I got.
We're gonna hope they can cut them down before they cut us down.
How many more healing spells do you got, Ross?
I have one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I got one too.
I
so-
don't get fonts like you, so
Oh, you're not a cleric.
no, I'm not.
Oh
I'm an
no.
oracle.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 15, everyone. Take care.
Yep.
See you in 15. Let us see. Back in the lumber camp. Now,
Yeah.
as you sit within the throne, or at least this Naporabo's throne, the villagers cling to this haphazard cage. The Naporabos throw telepathic mocks and jeers at them, or things of warnings at each of you as you walk by. Tell me, what are you saying, Ross, as you stand underneath this lumber yard?
Well, if you want a story, a tale, I will give it to you. As Ross dives into the heroics of getting to the ritual site, the shamans calling up their praises, the dark incantations, Zorbu with her dark blade, and us confronting her. The heroics of Katai and Xian, the heretical bolts of Fang, the cries of shock and pain of the shamans as they try to keep hold of a magic that is beyond them. As they fell one by one, and eventually Xian cutting down Zobo, corpse sticking into the ground, blood seeping out as their bodies were ripped.
Enough. Enough. I need only know of their deaths. If there is something more, it means that they are not dealt with. And it must be done, for our deal is not over. The prayers and their delusions of sacrificial paradise, that they will get entry into our great Kugabti's domain, they are not over. You must kill them all. South of here, there is a building just below us. Within lies the last of Zudu's prayers. End them, and our deal is spent.
You only asked for the death of their leader. Our deal is spent. Let them go.
We are not like you, creature. We are more. We are kin. We are not individual. Her influence runs in belief. As long as they live, so does Zudu.
Can you tell us more about this person? The good top.
There is a
God.
flare that goes amongst all of Naporabos of anger and
Oh, you
anguish.
mean Gugupti?
Thank you.
Before, you would see this one kind of slam its arm onto the throne and its scabbard to silence them. But it seems just as angry. You call our mother a father?
No,
The
I
one
meant it in
who
the...
has given us paradise a person?
Can you tell us more about your mother? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
They are everything. We need not know of it. We need only enjoy the paradise it's given us. That is life. You can give me a perception check if you want.
For an insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your sense motives.
It's motive.
Sense motive. That's not in the basic action. Oh, yes, it is. Here it is.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Will it roll hidden? It will. Excellent. Okay.
Gatai, it hits you. Faith. While it isn't their calling, they seem to be elated and wish to pursue what they've been given. The realization hits. They don't know.
I'm not gonna say that in front of them, obviously. Okay. What has she given you? Exactly, I guess.
Our Father has given us our being, our everything, and your village.
Can we talk to them?
Not as though you could talk to your first breath.
When did you first meet with her, your mother?
We never have.
Or just...
We don't meet. The great Kukapti made us, molded us. We are taking your village, and through it we will bring Kukapti's influence further. Your villages first, then farther, and more, until all.
I mean, you folks seem pretty reasonable. Like, we're having a pretty decent conversation. I know that your mother wants to see our village belong to you and everything, but have you considered just talking with us and working something out?
It is all right to give you pain, to wear
Why?
you. For then we can experience what you've experienced. What great Kukapti she wanted us to be. And we will experience each one of your faces, each one of your tastes, the way you see the world, and then we'll do it to the next and the next until everyone, everywhere has been spent. But we must earn that right in war. That is what Zudu could not see. We need not praise great Kukapti. We need not give worthless sacrifices. We need only act. I care not for these villagers.
Can you just give us a second to talk?
Ian looks at Katai and says, "I think
Katai.
it's kind of the answer we got right there."
Let's-
I mean, okay,
let's
I
leave.
just, I was,
They've
I just,
spoken their piece.
keep,
Jobin kind of walks up and grabs the, kind of like puts his hand on Ross's shoulder, and he kind of like looks outside and says that we should probably head south. Looks like they won't harm them from now, but
Yes, I hear your mind. Go kill the occultists and Zudu's prayers. The villagers will be yours, and then we will have war.
Ross kind of just grits his teeth as he backs out the barn.
let's get away from them so they can't
Yeah.
hear us.
yeah.
Your thoughts?
You hear the villagers once again begin to cry. They cannot hear the conversation that you're having except for your side, and they say, "Please, please, not again."
We do
Guys,
just
right,
walk
it's
away.
right here.
Zian.
Oh, right.
No, wait, no. Let's get away from that real quick.
Yeah, we got
We
so
need
they
to
can't,
talk.
they can't hear us or telepathically read our brains. Okay, gang. I know this might be pretty obvious, but I'm pretty sure they're correct.
Well, I just realized something,
Mm.
and hear me out on this. This is kind of weird, but the way he was talking about experiencing what we do and following us, this kind of gives me a feeling of how Willowshore is split. There's one that wants to do rituals and follow some type of teaching. The other one wants to gather up troops and go to war. That's the way they'll do their thing. They talked about experiencing life like we do, taking that. They do, from what I gathered, they seem like they don't know what it is, why they're doing this. I'm wondering if this is a reflection of what has been going on with Willowshore.
So, if that's the case, do you think they'll stop eventually if we...
Came together.
Yeah.
Well, if we came together, they might also
Jobin,
come together.
I think you're reading too much into this. What I heard was they want to kill us and wear our faces. Is that what you heard, Ian? Because that's what I heard.
Yes.
Normal beings
I mean,
don't say that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, that's what they said. But why? Why do they want to do this?
I think Jobin's onto something.
Because they're like evil creatures, and that's their nature.
Who says this isn't one big deception?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying this is like one big deception. What I'm saying is these creatures are manifesting because of of how Willowshore is set up right now.
I follow your line of thought, but that's a lot of trust.
You're kind of
it's
building-
reaching a little.
You're building some serious bridges here to come to that conclusion. All I think is we're under attack by these terrible creatures, and we should kill all of them. That's what I think.
Well, no, I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. All I'm saying is that there's some type of parallel here, and why that, like, of all things, why is the parallel similar to us? Why are they having an internal fight between some type of ritual / tradition and war? The same time we're having a divide on our community about tradition and preparing for war.
And they've been spying on us too. So
Why
For the
do
last
they
month.
care so much about why do they care so much about wearing our faces and experiencing life like we do?
Because that's just what they want to do.
This is
I
that
think
type
we're
of
gonna-
spirit.
we're gonna kill him either way, I think, right?
What?
Yeah, I'm not saying we don't kill. We don't defend ourselves and save the
Why?
village. I'm just saying why.
Why, when we were, you know, traveling up north, did those boars attack us? We
Because they
meant
were
them no
hungry.
harm
Because we were in their territory. They thought
because
that
it's their nature. I think that these types of creatures, they just want to wear our faces and conquer.
do boars just attack people because it's in their nature, or do they attack because we threaten their territory?
But
Yeah, and it's in
whose
their
lumber camp
nature.
is this?
This is not their territory, is it?
I don't. It
They believe-
doesn't have to do with territory. I'm just saying that, like, sometimes, you know, creatures do things because it's just what they're made to do.
I don't think this
These
is the
guys
place
aren't.
to have
These aren't animals. These are
a
monsters.
theological debate right now.
I just wanted to bring this up.
Yeah, I think he's right.
Something to think about. I'm not saying we stop what we're doing. I'm just saying something to think about.
If we go back after we kill these other cultists, do you think they're going to send us off on another errand? Just kind of
We don't-
come up with stuff
we
for
won't
us to do?
No.
Oh god,
no.
it really is like Willowshore.
So if they are really like us, Sinjobin, we just struck down Granny Who. We're gonna kick down these other spiritualists.
Well,
and we're gonna go back
no,
and
that
kill
was-
the old
that was-
man.
That'd be
That's
little
definitely old
Matsuki.
man Mitsuki.
That was little Matsuki
What?
we murdered. Yeah.
Ome Matsuki's drinking tea in Willowshore right
No,
now,
theoretically, this
dreaming
dark
of a brothel that we could open. But I don't think it's the right choice.
What I'm saying is that right now, this group of creatures that are trying to take over our village, one side wants to do rituals and follow some type of tradition and make offerings and do stuff like that, similar to how South Bank is very traditionalists. While
Dom, I need to point out, I understand exactly what you're saying.
There's only so many ways you can live with one's wife.
I
Once
think,
through the door.
he's
It's just
right.
not
It's just
superstitious.
Fang is
Oh,
just
no, I
stupid,
know, I understand.
okay? Don't listen to him. Listen, I think you're right, Joe. You're so smart.
But yeah, either way, let's go ahead and take care of these things. I just want something
Wait.
something that's on my mind. I want people to think about.
So I
We should
didn't mean
talk
to
about what
Fang.
really matters, right? So,
Uh-huh.
like, there's 13 Napor bow in that room. We're already pretty spent. If we go and fight these cultists and then have to turn around and fight them, I don't know if we'll be able to do it.
Well,
Should we
if
go back-
Try to.
So
Ask
what
for-
they say, we should convince these cultists to fight them.
It's a hard.
Well,
sell,
that's
I
a
think.
great idea. That wasn't my idea, but that's a great idea. But I'm just saying, like, if our plan is to fight them, because I say we kill all of them, because they clearly want to kill our people, right? Like,
Oh no,
I'm not cool with
we
that.
all agree. I
But
think
the
we're all in
thing is,
agreement for that.
I don't know if we're in a position to kill.
That's
all
what
of them.
I'm thinking.
know that.
Like if we do this task, take care of these cultists, and then they release the villagers and we head back out. We know, like, I guess the better thing is, would you rather fight these cultists that want to go and summon some crazy demon monster and have those take the village, or would you want to fight a bunch
Well, it
of
depends. Is the demon monster
spear
with them?
wielding people that can take our faces?
I bet the
think-
cultists can take our faces too. But
Oh yeah.
Yes. At the moment, I just want to save the villagers.
so
I
how do we
kinda-
want to do that? Are we gonna
So-
kill the cultists and then take these guys at their word? Or are we gonna start a huge fight in that room surrounding by the villagers?
Take
'Cause
their
I feel
word.
like if we do
They're
that,
gonna release those prisoners, and then they're gonna turn on us and make war.
I don't even think there's. I'll be honest with you guys. I think they're bullshitting about the cultists being in the south.
oh no,
think-
I saw.
I
them
think
that
they
building.
made- I
we
think they
saw
walked
made
them.
that.
past.
Oh,
I
did we?
saw
Did
them.
we walk past it? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
there's like 4 of them. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, they mentioned the lumber camp. Oh, I thought we had to
Yes,
like walk
right
a mile.
here.
We're in
No,
the
right
lumber
here.
tie.
Sorry, my bad. Just look. Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, if they don't like the cultists, why don't they just kill them themselves?
we just burn the building down?
Exactly, Jobin. Exactly.
Ooh, I can't burn the building down. That's against my anathema.
Oh,
Mhm.
dude. Goddamn.
Guys, we're being watched. So let's make a decision.
I
I
know,
told you,
I know.
no
Turn around.
littering.
Just turn around, okay?
Okay. But yeah, that's something, Cian. I just realized.
I think we should try to save the villagers because it's a problem that we can see right now.
Right,
So-
I agree.
So what are we gonna do if they start stabbing the villagers when they're in their cages?
That is a
They're-
problem that I don't have an answer for.
Okay.
I might have an answer for it, but then you have no healing.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we're in a position where we have to try to take them at their word and then escort the villagers back to Willowshore.
I think we need a pole.
Okay.
Flash pole. I hope you have this mod.
You guys are hurting. We don't have to do
By
this.
the warriors
We're not gonna abandon
now
our own
and
village.
try to save villagers.
It's just my thought is if we attempt to take the Naporabo at their word.
By cultists and take, I don't know how to spell it, Naporabo
I don't think we should
at
try.
their
trust
word.
them.
I feel like we're in a position where it's really tough for us to like try to take them all on though. Like
Ah, damn it. I need to add
I
one
mean,
more
we're better off
option.
now than after
No,
another fight.
Naporabo.
I guess my
And
thought would be
try
once we
to
escort the
save
villagers back to Willowshore, we could come back. Like it's not like they're gonna leave.
Oh, I wasn't expecting them
I
to
have
let us
created a
escort
poll.
them.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It just
So
really
I guess
depends.
the thing here, we don't know whether they're going to keep their word if we take care of these cultists. They could, we could take care of these cultists. They can release the villagers and then attack us. We could take these cultists. We can go back and say we need to take it. They could just attack us.
We could just lie. We could just say, yeah, we dealt with it.
No, I mean
They're watching
They're
us.
right
They're
here.
even
They're
looking
You're
at
tied.
it.
Turn
they're
around.
watching us. Yeah, they're watching us right. You don't see they're right here.
Oh,
Watch
shoes
it.
are just right over there, huh? That's tough. Oh, man. Okay. Well.
It's pretty funny.
Okay. I think
The boss is like,
We could-
what are they doing? Are they finding them? They're like, no, boss, they're just standing by the other gate. They're huddled up.
I
I'm waiting
think
for the pole to like
What?
or three
Hold on, are they
votes,
gonna kill the cultists or not? I don't know.
And then the
boss.
North
They
or
look
both
real
vote on the other
indecisive.
and there's like 8 votes on the other side versus our 4.
I think there's a clear reason they're doing this. I think you guys would get the feeling that if you go to here without going into here, they will start an initiative, maybe kill the villagers, and
Yeah.
do what they want to do.
Well, that's
A
rough
fair
since
warning.
we're all
The
the way down here.
villagers
Yeah.
being hostiles in the moment. Like that's where the thing is. It's like, so we either go attack them with our bow and they kill the villagers, probably kill the villagers, and then we have no villagers to return
Votes
to
are
Willowshore.
changing.
Or
Votes are
we
changing.
attack the cultists that are down here, and take them at their word the best we can to at least get the villagers out of here. Like, there's no good solution and no
Well-
good answer to this.
Well, while you're speaking about being no good solution, you're the tiebreaker. So
I wasn't
Make
voting
a
on
choice.
purpose. God damn it.
Well, she's obviously going to
Yeah,
vote
I'm always
opposite
in
of
this
Ross.
position, Katai.
Ty, guardian of
Curse Strahd,
guardian
I
of
wait
the
for the vote
lantern.
to be cast, and then I cast to make it even, just to make Dom choose. Sorry, Dom. It's too fun for me.
I think Katai would vote for the Kai attack the cultists. Just because I don't
course.
want to endanger the villagers, and I feel like if we just attack the Naporabo in the south and the north, the villagers are fucked regardless of what happens, But at least if we do it what they want,
Yeah,
they have a chance of living.
cultist there's a chance that if we do
Yeah.
attack a cultist, the villagers can be saved. If we attack right now, those villagers are gonna get attacked,
Yeah.
and there's no way we can stop them from attacking.
Thing's gonna kind of like wave and head to this building.
Okay,
Wait, that's a window, though.
the entrances are only on this side. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Is the window open?
No.
Is it breakable?
Oh yes. I mean, all things are breakable eventually.
All
There's
right,
so many
everyone pick a
dead
door.
bodies. Can we kind
On
of
the
clear
count
out
of
the
3.
corpses a little bit over here so we like move them out of the way?
Wait, I mean, while we're here, I might as well go take a look and see if the doctor's still here, or if he actually left. Okay, he took my advice. That's good, kind of.
Hopefully he'll be back in Willowshore.
All right, let's at least attempt to be stealthy, and maybe we might catch a few of them off guard if we roll higher on initiative.
Should we all just open the doors and just fuck around and find out, you know?
Yeah, I'd say we do a 3, 2, 1. Everyone open a door.
I guess it would. I don't know. I guess would we roll initiative
You
for
open
that?
it,
Yeah,
position
you roll
for you.
initiative first. It's technically what you do.
They are psychically, telepathically linked to everybody, so I think they know what we're doing.
Yeah, their buddies up north told us they're gonna come get killed.
All right, let's grab our initiative dice. Let's rock and roll.
Okay, one by one, all four of you gonna open the door at the same time. All right, you guys
Yeah.
should time it and try to do it.
Sure.
Do it.
Okay, ready? Ready,
3,
gang?
2, 1, go.
Fang.
Dang, you were late. Dang, you counted down.
Yeah,
and
it's because I was
everything.
selected on both Beetle and
All right. An
Just
elevated
just-
floor takes up the
It's too
majority of this room. Dozens of blood-red candles carved into the shapes of various ancestries of Willowshore's people are lit in here. Their wicks burn with no smoke. And in the center of this irregular configuration of lights hunkers a misshapen effigy crafted from a very deformed burrow. And as each of you open it and look upon it, your heads run wild. Your senses assail you. The effigy seems to shimmer and ripple. At one moment, it appears to be a hunched-over man with long broken arms and a head made from a bundle of twigs. The next moment, it shifts to be a crouching frog choking on a man it swallowed whole. And in the next moment, it appears to be on a form not wholly spider, nor octopus, nor plant, yet something combining all three. Then, as soon as you see and understand this thing, or perceive it, it shifts back to a tangle, knot of roots, branches, and bark. In this flash and moment, each of you are struck by a moment of delirium, and you hear a conjoint in each of your minds. One, hello. We know you're here to kill us. If you'd like to speak first, we can.
Oh, thank God. I mean, yeah. I think. Do you? I don't know if you heard, but.
Wait. I thought we were reaching for initiative dice.
Oh wait, hang on. Hold the initiative
Look,
dice.
we already voted.
I know. Listen, we're gonna kill him. I just. Do you guys know more about your mother, before we start this? Because things are just really confusing, and
The
we just wanna
two
make sure we get all the
On
information.
the left and right are continuing some kind of like prayer or something. They seem to not be paying attention. But the one in the middle, turn around, its head swiveling on its head, and says, "Of course. We know of the ungrateful and irresponsible Migaru, the rebel, who has tasked you for this. We know of Kugapti, and we know that you stopped the ritual.
Can you tell us more about why you wanted to do the ritual in the first place with that kid?
It cocks a head with no face. We can.
But
It kind of sits there for a moment. It is hard to explain why we do it if you do not know what Kugapti is. One of the others breaks off to speak, the one on the left. It is the first breath when you are born. The one on the right speaks. It is the first breath you'll never take after you die. So it is said. Now you know. We know not exactly how Zudu knows, when, who, and at the exact second that we should sacrifice that boy. But if it is not to be that that boy is not sent to Kugabti, who are we to deny its fate?
So, you wanted to sacrifice that boy because your cultist leader told you to?
Yes,
Okay.
Zudu is a visionary, meticulous servant. They can narrow down the perfect second for sacrifice, can see those old souls. You see, we are the teeth of Kugabti, us three. And Kugabti promises freedom from the cycle of suffering that is the river of souls.
Cycle of suffering, huh? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna reach for my initiative dice personally.
Yeah?
Just myself, so, yeah.
They, as you kind of go to draw your blade, and the rest of you, I assume, if you guys want to move in on them, you can. They do not make hostile actions. Those of you that are, speaking. You can get into a more advantageous position on them. As you draw towards your blade, they say, "Yes, we will fight, as was intended. If we cannot sacrifice the boy, then it is your fate." And we'll roll initiative. Though if you want to move any more, I'll let you.
I'm happy where I am.
Jobin, you happy where you're at?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see them.
Head still shaking. We'll roll the fight.
Did we discover if they had any weaknesses last time?
Noise.
Just noise? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Bang, you're the first to act. Perhaps growing tired or perhaps finally getting your senses back from seeing this strange tree. This gnarled burl of roots. What do you do?
So I'm gonna target these two.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Electric Arc. Then I'm gonna raise my shield.
Very well. And it's two on the right.
The two in front of me.
Yep. Both fail. Good damage.
4 damage.
Still 4 damage to each. Alright. Is that your turn?
Yep.
This one over here will stand. Well, it was already standing. It just will arc its back all the way up and turn around. It's going to point towards you, fang, and grasp towards your snout. You know what's about to happen.
Yeah, I do.
Give me that roll.
Yep.
And you disagree entirely. You are not even dazzled. Instead, you hold on to your face as you stare at this mockery of nature that they seem to be worshipping. With its last...
That is my turn.
Well,
Oh, well, yeah, of course, it's their turn. I'm sorry.
that's okay. This one will move to get into the way of Katai. This one here is going to turn and point at Ross. It will then grip towards your face in its outline. And go ahead and roll me. Oh, that's the whole thing. My bad. Hold on. There we go. Fortitude save. You got this. It's a success. You are only dazzled as you feel the jawline of yourself and bits of your nose begin to pull away. You are able to keep yourself sane, however. Alright. And then they will move in front of Fang. Katai, what do you do after speaking to these mad occultists?
I pull my katana that's probably already out, and I go, you guys are crazy. So yeah, and I'm gonna just stab. I think I am. Can I activate my potency crystal when I hit, or do I need to do it before? So before I make an attack with the affixed weapon, but haven't rolled yet. So yes, I need. So I am gonna activate my potency crystal as I make this swing.
Okay.
That's what effect and everything like that.
$20 will absolutely hit.
$22 points of damage.
Simply done. They are not dead, but they are very bloodied.
Then I'm going to take another swing at him. My potency crystal's going to fade. And map 5, excuse me.
Map -5, yep. For a hit.
Critical hit, 24.
Is that considered a critical hit? I believe so.
Rolling
Right?
at 20, so yes, yeah. It's elevates to a success higher.
Well,
So yeah, if 24 was a success, then it
Yes,
was critical
then it's
success.
a
24
crit.
was a failure.
yep, critical success. Go for it. Alright, listening to their words for only the briefest you have to. You draw the blade, slice it down the chest, and then lob its head off. It dies.
Easy. Easy enough. And I'm going to stride in. And I'm going to...
You hear a crack under this one's ribcage as you step on it.
Oh yeah, I definitely grind my sandals into that guy.
No, that means who knows? Maybe there's something getting ready to come burst out.
I can move all the way over here. That's as far as I can get. So that'll be my turn.
This one will stand up and simply stare at you, Katai. Do you squelch over these candles, which are shaped like Willowshore citizens?
No!
Okay.
They could be voodoo dolls or something. I don't know. I don't want to kill people by accident. I am
Very
careful
well.
as I move around them.
They're going to cast a spell on you. To me, Phantom Pain.
Alrighty. We'll save.
Mm-hmm.
22. Alright, I take full damage.
But no persistence.
Yes,
3 damage. Psychic. Well, mental.
Gotcha.
And then you are... Yep, you're all good. And then it is going to attack you with its staff. Which I don't believe provokes map, right?
No, it shouldn't, because the spell is not an attack. So you're good.
Ross.
Alright.
What do you got?
Alright, I'm gonna stride forward. I'm gonna target this creature.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna attempt to trip it.
Go for it. A failure.
Right, and then I'll shield.
Sounds good. Zien.
Well, we're gonna move up on this guy and try to help Fang out.
Perfect.
I will make him my prey,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will twin takedown.
Works for me. Your shurikens are back, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't think I can change the designated target.
You can just throw the shurikens at anybody.
Yeah, but the axe does way more damage.
That's fair. All right, that'll be 18. That'll hit. For minimum damage, still damage. All right, second attack. That will hit. Well, minimum damage. Hey, it's still 11 damage into him. He's not bloody. Well, he is bloody. Exactly. Perfect. With the electric arc. Jobin, what you got?
Right. First action is going to be striding in.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to go also electric arc.
Absolutely. On both of them. So let's see. Reflex and reflex. It's a save and a fail. 7 damage to both of them. Well, you know. Boop. And boop. There we go. How's that? Alright, whenever you're ready.
It's turn.
Top of the round. Fang, what you got?
Electric arc them both.
Works for me. Don't have to tell me twice. Both fail.
8 each.
Ouch. Lightning dances, and just as it ends from one, you ignite it and do more. Zian, you pull your neck backwards, I see. Is that your turn? You have one more attack.
One more action. Beetle's gonna move to this door. He's gonna stride in. And he will attack the one that's near death.
Perfect. I will miss, unfortunately.
He will... Yep, that's our turn.
Sounds good. We'll pass into Neporabo. This one is going to... this is not the one that used its... Or this is one that used its mask, or face stealing, I should say. It is going to attack... Oh, my apologies. Ooh, that caught me off guard. We're going to go for, let's see, Cian. How would you like a little bit of phantom pain? Hmm?
Not at all, sir.
Alright.
Not at all.
Well, too damn bad. Alright, you're just gonna take the 2d4 damage. 8 damage. Maximum on you, minimum for you. Katai, what do you got?
I got a sword.
A sword? Let me see it.
Mm-hmm. Bing.
That will miss.
Tragic. Okay, I'm gonna map -5.
Map -5. I will miss.
Miss.
Stepping carefully
Alright.
over the candles. I assume.
I got one more. Yeah, very carefully. Very carefully.
-10.
One-
-10.
Ugh, listen, that's bad habits, and we should try to avoid those.
-10.
I -10 him.
Let's go.
Got a -1 to this girl.
Ah, miss.
It's alright. I swing 3 times and whiff all 3.
Sounds good. This one's going to turn around and smack at you, Katai. It is going to use its staff. That's going to two-hand it using one action. And it's going to hit you a few times. 1, 2. I believe both will clang against your new heavy armor.
Yes.
Ras. I await you.
Did Dazzle fall at the... Is this turn? I'm not sure how long it lasted.
Let me take a look here. Steel Face. Target is dazzled to the start of its next turn. So I think it's gone? Or is it the next turn after? Sounds good. I'll wipe it off of you. Go for it. What you got, Ross?
I'm gonna void warp the one directly in front of me.
Okay, you still feel a bit sickly from doing what you did before? And go for it. That'll be a 15. It will be struck by 8 void damage. And as the void warp fills its gut, you would see the twist and a dark energy fill through. The blackened veins will hold around its heart, and suddenly it will collapse to the ground. Dead. Leaving only one. Zien, I assume you moved to fill the space? But first, Ross, do you have any other actions you'd like to take?
Yes. The one to the north, I'll attempt to trip it.
Sounds good to me. Alright. Oh, perfect. On the dot. Alright, you move up, and I assume is it a swift kick in the back of the ankle?
Yep, it's facing Katai, so doesn't see it.
Perfect. It does hear you, but it does get smacked in the side of the head, and as its head bounces off of the wood along the candles, it holds on to itself. That is going to be prone, correct?
Correct.
What a brutal position for Ziyin to move in and finish this fight.
Well, first thing we're going to do is make him his prey.
Alright. You can see its head lies off the side of the wooden step here.
Yeah, I'll move. Just the way I've been rolling. And we'll do twin takedown again.
Sounds good. Bring up both, and you bring it down on its head. That will hit. Axe meets neck. How do you want to do this?
His head's hanging off the...
It sure is.
Well, it's easily separated then.
Oh, yes. Maybe you plant one piece of your shield on its chest, you drive upwards in a long arc, and in one lumberjack chop, it swings through, severs spine, and its head, faceless, rolls onto the ground, sticky and dead, leaving you all alone here. And as combat comes down to an end, there is an eerie silence. And Jobin, perhaps you're the first to check your surroundings. But the candles, they're just normal candles. And the burl of root is just tree. There's nothing different now.
Such a weird place is cursed.
Yeah, I hate it here.
Katai, as you move, there's a shine, and hanging off of the tree, you see a pendant. Swinging.
Another sneaky pendant.
The sneaky pendant. I'll go investigate it.
Okay.
I like
It-
loot.
It is hollow, and is in the shape of an unblinking eye. And the cavity holds an inscription.
What'd it say?
Nothing that you can read.
Oh. Okay. I only know 2 languages, so I'm gonna go bring it over to Jobin.
What'd you find there?
It's a necklace, and it has some words, I think, on the inside.
Do I recognize the words?
What are your languages?
Aklo, Chthonian, Elven Fae, and Mengaji.
You do not. But you can roll me a Arcana to try to identify it, if you wish to.
Archon.
I believe we talked about the DC of items, right? We had this good conversation. It's completely gone in one ear, not the other.
So it's item, whatever the item's level is,
Plus 10.
based off of that, and then you can make you can.
Hmm,
Well, no, it's
okay.
like each. If you look at the GM screen, there's like a chart for like level 1s are this, level 2s are this, level 3s are that.
Got it. You got it. It is, in fact,
And then
able
you-
to be identified then by you.
Okay.
You recognize what this is. This is a well-known and useful pendant. It can be done through various manner of the occult, but it all boils down to use the same amount of magic no matter the source. This is a pendant of the occult. It will hold occult text, which you assume this holds obscure occult text in it. You know that while wearing this pendant, one gets a +1 bonus to all occultism checks and can cast the guidance cantrip as an occult innate spell. I'll add it to your inventory. There you
Who's
go.
our occultism person?
Well, anyone who doesn't have guidance is who should get it. Unless you want it just for the +1 bonus.
I
mean,
think it's good for Job. I mean, it's something to do with your one action, and
Cries and screams of villagers wait you. Asking for help, but continue.
Oh,
We'll think. I'll think about it. I'll hold on to it for now, then. But
oh, I'm gonna take a head with me. I think maybe to prove that they're dead. I guess they would be able to
I
hear it.
think they
Actually,
should-
they
never
don't
mind.
see-
Yeah, never mind.
they don't see.
Oh, no, I meant to show. Oh, I guess that's right. I can't really show them. They don't have eyes.
Yes, they have a hive mind, so
They'll know.
They know.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
Oh no, it's okay.
Moving into the barnyard made from the makeshift pieces of this lumberyard, you see the entrapped villagers, and you see the throne. And all in a poor bow that await a combat. If any of you dare, make your move again. Even the ones that have binded their wounds. As you've been revealed to its name, Miguru, the rebel, stands yet again, seeing you in elation. So you've done it. Zudu's influence is gone, and our deal is done. Come, allow me to give you a parting gift, a token of our friendship.
See, Ian whispers to Katai, I don't know if I want to be friends with people like this.
We're gonna be friends for now. But
You can hear your, you can hear
respectfully,
your thoughts.
I rather not go in there. Personally, would you be able to come over here and
have to go get
exchange pleasantries?
the
I know
visitors
we have to
anyway.
go anyway. Okay, I don't want to go by myself. It's scary.
I'll go with you.
oh, you needed your brother to hold your hand.
Oh, no,
Hold the
no,
brother
I,
too.
no, I don't. He's dumb. He's a shrimp.
The poor bows move to splinter to make room. And you approach. The two of you approach the throne. He holds out the arm. In it, you can see tools. Tools that this creature seemingly has made to make war against you. The time for subtlety is over, and thus I give you the tools that I used to kill your people, so that you may make use of it.
Nice.
He will hand key-making tools to anyone here.
Yeah, Ross,
making-
Making tools like
Yes.
blocks and stuff?
So he will hold out to
Oh.
you, and as he does, he will smile and say, "This not only unlocks a door, but it How do I say? A silver chain is tied to each piece of the trinkets made to pick. When a door is unlocked using it inside the box, a silver key for that lock is made. A phantom key. It stays for 12 hours before a new key can be made. Incredible, isn't it?
Are they implying they're breaking into people's houses and just
Yeah,
like
that's how they got-
kidnapping them
Yes,
from there?
yes,
Yes.
Katai.
Oh,
Yes.
jeez. Oh,
That is a very clever tool.
Thank you. We are a clever kind, and now we do not need this. You will make fine people to make war against. Tell me. I will give you a day. Do you need less time to prepare? More time? When will we be ready?
I mean, I think
A
one of
year?
2 days. Yeah, a year.
A year?
Jump against it. Yeah.
I guess Ross will, attempt to negotiate
Okay.
for a meeting of say Southern Bridge in 1 week's time.
It will raise one of its hands to its bow and say, "There's no more meetings to be done. It's over. It is time for your pain. It's time for us to wear you. I'm giving you this chance, this opportunity, since we're friends. A chance to recuperate. You are powerful, yes, but you're wounded.
Yeah, could you give us a week? We need ample time to gather and prepare our forces. Your force is very formidable, so we need to make sure we make good war.
Oh, I
month?
only
Couple
mean
months?
Couple months?
you wish for more time to prepare. You think you are
Yeah,
so
I mean-
dangerous that we must recoup as well. You did kill
no.
many of us. Yes.
You're super dangerous, so like, we gotta get ready, or else, it'll be really easy and not as cool.
Katai,
Okay,
you're not helping. So, 3 days from now.
Give me a diplomacy check. Or an intimidation check. Because you have walked into their
Diplomacy,
camp
above
and
board.
killed a whole bunch of them. And there is a bunch of them in here, but you wiped out their grunts in a line.
You shouldn't stand in line, I don't know.
You're right. You're very right. I am without Zudu's forces. Time is needed. You may leave. I will perhaps meet you in 3 days. If not, I will recoup. And I will return. I thank you for this illumination. And I am excited for when I get to wear you. Your skin, it's so thin and pallid, as though it's dying to come off. Go, before it is too tempting.
This way. Come.
The villagers look around. The Naporabos begin to make their faces on their own, forming and shaping, mocking them. Each one of them retreats out of this makeshift cage. And do you take them away?
Lead the way, Katai.
Yeah. How do we know that these aren't Naparabo? I just wanna...
You don't.
Okay.
You take them. They run, desperate alongside you, and escape this place. The Naporbo turn towards their great leader, their great warlord. And they seem to begin to think, to converse. And since these creatures have no eyes, no mouth, nor ears, you know they speak privately and telepathically. Some upset that you are getting to leave, but others knowing that you have made good on your deal. Nonetheless, what do? Do you head back to the north and meet up with Mang Sung now that you saved him from Kugapti's blessings? Or do you...
Yeah. Let's just collect him before we scatter.
Wait. Do we not
What?
want to...
Want to take a peek in another building? See if there's anyone else?
I was going to say, right here.
Be rough protecting the villagers at the same time. Thing.
They can hear you. Your thoughts.
Above game. We could just come back tomorrow. You know, like... I just gotta put it out there.
We need to let the village know that we have 3 days until we're attacked.
Well, or we could attack tomorrow.
They don't even know we're gone yet.
Jobin is
That's
saying
above
out
their
loud.
pay. That's discussion later.
This is what Jobin is saying out loud, not in his mind.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let us leave so we can let
Should we
the
check
village
the other
know.
house? Should we
Yeah,
check
We
the
can
other
check
house?
that out. We can check it next time. Come back.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna grab the kid before we leave.
Let's grab the kid and get out of here.
Hey kid, are you still shell shocked? Are you good to go?
You don't.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Where are we going?
We're going back to
home.
Willowshore. Yeah, going
Goodness.
home.
Goodness. Please. And he grabs hold of you. It seems without Beetle he was very terrified.
Yeah, I put him I just sling him over my
Aw.
shoulder like a sack of grain and
Okay.
Is the veterinarian in a safe place, or is he still in this camp?
No, I checked
he's
for him.
gone.
I
Okay.
told him to, if we weren't back in an hour, to go back to Willowshore with the boy.
The doors swing shut. You bring Meng Sun and the farmers. If they're really farmers.
You need to watch him sleep.
No, so
Yeah.
yes. So I've got an idea. Let's find like people they know and have them ask like questions.
What?
well the Naparbo take their memories too, right?
No, we found out
No,
that they don't do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
they
figured
don't
out
do
they
that.
don't.
Oh, okay.
Please, we're not Naparabo.
Oh no, don't worry. Don't you
Yeah, we don't think you are.
Yeah.
And Fang looks at him suspiciously.
Do you wink? Do you wink at them?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
We trust you.
That's in Fang's.
Yeah. Don't worry. I think we figured out a way to tell if you're not or not. So if you're not, you'll be perfectly fine.
Okay.
But if you are, you should worry.
They threw sticks at us. Showed us our friends.
Yeah.
Showed us ourselves.
Yeah, we're sorry about all that. Once you go through the ritual of proving you're human, it only involves eating a bowl of salt.
What?
But I'm sure you'll make it through.
And together, do you take them back?
Followed by a bowl of sugar.
It is the middle of
Yeah,
the
we'll
night.
take those.
Yes.
Is there any way that we can determine if they're human or not?
Wash
on the way
down with
back?
a cup of vinegar.
Sleeping.
That's
Yeah,
Gila.
sleeping.
Without
That's the way-
sleeping,
that's what we
or
think.
a magical means, or a way that you want to talk to them, maybe if any of you knew them as farmers, but none that can be done.
Who's got that farmer lore?
Farmer lore. It would do it. Farmer lore would
I'm up
apply
here.
here.
I got this. Do they look recognizable?
Well, of course they would.
Oh!
Okay. For all of the Naporabo's horror, for all that they've done to you, taking the faces of your guards, stealing your veterinarian and his son, willing a sacrifice on them for a great entity that you have no idea anything about. they seem true to their word. These are the villagers. You spend the time to speak to them, to ask them things, ask them about their plot, their land, things that Naporbo couldn't have learned or shouldn't care to learn. And you are without a shadow of a doubt, Ross, that these are the souls of your people.
That is good.
Awesome. So there's something I want to do on the way back. I want to look for tracks of the veterinarian and boy to make sure that they
You mean
made it out
Jerky?
and had... Yeah, Jerky, boy's friend, Jerky.
Yeah, Jerky the
Boy's
dog.
friend's-
Yeah, easy enough. Give me a survival check.
If Jerky was in the poor, no.
Naporo, yeah, apparently Naporobos can also turn into animals.
Hey,
But
you
my
learned it was a
terrain
polymorph effect.
expertise forest apply here, right?
Yes, it does. You're in a forest. You're in the Specterwood at the moment. Even with only a 5 on the natural and a 16 overall, you can find the tracks. They tried to be a little bit hidden, but they, as soon as they got a little bit distance from the lumber camp, they went on the road. It seems like they're head back to Willowshore.
Okay, awesome.
All
That mean
right.
the bridge held up.
Well, that's only if we're going to be crossing the bridge to go
Yeah,
to
they
the
take
forest
the
again.
road.
You could just take the road.
Oh, okay.
Okay. One way or another. It is 7 o'clock. Riding on 8. The sun is set. Do you wish to push for the night to make it back to Willowshore with the captives? Or do you risk a nighttime in the Specterwood?
We push.
Yeah, I think we push.
Okay. Far be it from me to argue. This brings up a section of Pathfinder rules I have not touched. What are our rules for pushing during the night?
Are you looking at fatigue?
Believe
Yeah, I
so.
believe it's a fortitude check, and if we fail it, we get fatigue status.
Perfect. Give me a fortitude save all across the board. Travel, there it is. Oh man, Katai, you are fine. You are riled up after hearing of these creatures, and you have gained new information. Information you haven't spoke of just yet. Do you know what the DC is? Is it based on how many hours you push?
I'm
Let me
not
check.
sure.
I think it's based off of the difficulty of the place you're traveling through.
Oh, this is very easy.
Let me see here. Oh, I think there's actually a thing if you look at the party, hold on.
The party token?
Yeah, hold on. Exploration.
Travel speed's 20 feet. Exploration activities is 1. Let's see. Check prompt. Set DC is easy. Or I'd say very easy. Oh, this is for making you all roll something. Okay. It doesn't give me anything in here just yet, no. I don't see anything that tells me how long you guys can go.
Rank high, once that surrounded for first and fifth year travel. I don't, I'm gonna have to look this up for.
To be honest, it's not an issue, and it's not worth slowing down our story for. So, haggard, tired, somewhat broken, but victorious, you remain here. You make it home to Willowshore. The eternal lantern is lit even in the middle of the night. Soft mist clings over everything. And you've brought the villagers and Mangsung and Sunchong home. With that being said, you can gather to your homes and rest.
Well, what time is it?
At this point, 3 a.m.
3 o'clock.
Oh God. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it might be a little too late to call the council
Yeah.
of whatchamabobs. So I feel like this is information they'd want to know.
Is it really too late to wake up leadership for if we're going to get invaded?
In
Yeah, I
3
don't think
days.
so. It's up to every. Yeah,
Well, if the truth of their word.
they're only gonna bomb us 3 days from now. You know.
You know, that's the plus 24 hours talking.
Okay.
Listen, man, I've been like impaled twice today. I'm good for a sleep, personally.
Well, we don't all need to go.
Yeah, I'll go and I'll hand off the blade and the book to Jobin. Be like, Jobin, here, figure out what this is at some time or another.
Jobin, you can roll on the
Ah.
blade if you want.
Right.
You know, when you're thinking straight.
Blade of Druidcraft.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
red
How'd you
blade, yeah.
know? Are you reading the book?
Well, I've
let's
just
see
realized
here.
this is Druid. We're fighting cultists. You know, I don't think.
There's the Arcana.
I don't think I'll ever get that lucky.
No, you don't know what this thing is. And it seems
Right.
teeming with, with that high fiendish energy.
Okay, I'll probably have my sister take a look at it once in the morning.
Okay.
me.
All right. That all being said and done, you guys can get some rest.
Wait, so I think some of us are going to tell Granny Hood,
Oh.
right?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I feel like Jobin would want to go tell Oben Mitsuki as soon as possible.
Are we calling
Oh,
the
man.
council?
I mean, he might know something about Great Gopti or something like that. Unless we want to wait till the morning.
I think we were just
But if,
trying to schedule a meeting, not have it now.
well, then yeah, you go schedule it with Granny Who, and I'll go schedule it with Oben Mitsuki.
Wake up the
Since
old...
I mean, we're coming in from the side where Old Man Mitsuki's estate is, so we can stop
if-
there and then.
If we're scheduling a meeting, we might as well just. Actually, Jobin, I think we're coming in up here.
Looking at how scattered everyone is, Cian would say, my idea was silly. We all need to rest first.
Okay. Is that settling it?
Oh, no, you're right.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be able to think straight.
All
better
right,
better
all
and
right, yeah.
explain this in the morning.
Let's all just go, spend the night at my place, and in the
Sure.
morning
All right,
we'll
see,
go
I'm
to the
heading
mall.
home.
Oh. We're gonna have a slumber party at Fing's.
You can go to Fangs. I'm
Thanks
heading.
Hut is not fit for company.
What do you
Oh.
See,
mean?
it goes up.
There's plenty of space. You're welcome to come, Katai, if you want.
Hell yeah.
After the worst night's sleep that you've ever had, Katai,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
will-
it's a full experience.
eventually.
Listen, I'm having a great
Well-
time. Fang, can I come here to crash at any time I want to?
Hmm.
Do I have an open invitation?
I don't think we're ready for that yet.
Oh, okay.
You need to earn more friendship points. Fighting to the death isn't enough.
My affinity isn't high enough.
Yeah.
You could roll a sense motive on Fang if you'd like.
Overall sense of one thing.
Hell
This
yeah.
is important. We're gonna slow down this session for this.
No,
Yeah.
I actually am thinking about speeding up the session, but you'll see in a second, so take your time. You'll see why in a
Okay.
moment.
You know that Fang really only wants Jobin and come spend the night because you know it'll be miserable for him, and he doesn't actually like it when
Oh,
people
so
spend the
no-
night.
So if I enjoy my time here, then that's it's not as fun. I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
Okay, so actually, it looks like I went and looked up the rest thing. You just become fatigued if you're up more than 16 hours.
Oh,
When you
okay.
make a roll.
I was checking that too. It's just a over 16 hours that you become fatigued. That
Cool.
was it.
Sounds good. Nonetheless, you all find rest after a horrid day. On Erastus III. When you awaken, however, it is time for counsel. It's time for warning, maybe even preparation for war. And yet, I will take a moment here and ask you all this. As you will get the chance to do some roleplay, as you are welcomed as heroes back into Willowshore with farmers back in their homes, with the veterinarian and his son back home safe with extra guards, and the chance to align Willowshore against their common enemy and survival. I have a chance here for you, out of game and above table. We have spent 19 sessions in Season of Ghosts. We've pushed through the summer arc quite some time now. If you wish for me to do so, this is a time where we can pull into downtime. But if you would rather roleplay, if not the council meeting, and some talking and preparations, that's fine. But if you want for the sake of gameplay, and for story, and for time of game, considering we're 19 sessions in, this is actually a perfect opportunity for me to zoom out and give you some descriptions of what happens over the next 3 days, if not more. What do you think?
Well, before we do that, I think we should have a conversation regarding, are we just gonna go back the next day and slaughter them? That is like, are we gonna actually wait 3 days?
That will change
They
things.
Yeah, because that'll change things. They do.
They did, but I mean, we know which way they'll come. We can just
Bang.
have us and the guards, and when they show up in 3 days, a whole bunch of traps and stuff, and just have the whole town
I want
ambush
to
them.
advocate just going to slaughter them, because they did mention that they're going to try to reinforce themselves, which could mean more kidnappings in that time. So the quicker they're dealt with, the weaker they'll be.
Their
theoretically.
naivety is
Think
their
about the
own
morale
fight.
in the town overcoming this together, though. If they have an opportunity to face the problem together, instead of us.
Wait.
4 people.
You sound like a Clinton right now. All right, you're like, hey, let's let our people die, so that we come together as a country or a town.
It's better than being a Kennedy.
You remember the anecdote I made before
What?
we left?
Okay,
the
we're not
camp?
going down this road.
Do you remember the anecdote I made before we went to the camp, where I said it's an infection? Do you let it sit? No, you deal with it.
I
You need to
agree.
Deal with it.
I think
We're
we
not
should
going
deal
to
with
wait.
it right away.
Jobin, do you agree?
We're going there,
Mhm.
going back the next day.
Mhm.
Well, do you think is that all of them there? Are there more? Are there some still in this village?
We have no idea.
So
I think that's
would it
even
make
more of
sense-
a reason to go back and kill them then.
What I'm saying, would it make sense to take just a day to get the town? Make sure the town is aware of what's going on, and then go.
They could move from the camp. They could leave. They could reinforce in that time.
I mean, they could have left while we went to sleep tonight,
This is true.
and they could have. And then while we're out going there today, they can be coming here today, and the town would not know.
Well, we do the council first, right?
I think we
And
should at least
then
tell
we'd
them.
leave.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think-
We need
yeah.
to let the town know, and who knows? Maybe, like I said, we haven't talked to Old Man Mitsuki yet. Maybe he might know something about this great Kokopti, and then also we need to check if there's anybody left in the town. So before we go, we run over and we go. Let's have the council first, and then we can make the decision after the council.
And we might learn something from the book and the dagger.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So before we make a decision, let's have this council talk to both leaders, make sure the town is safe before we head out. I'm okay with us heading out today. I just want to make sure that the town is secure before we do.
Yeah, make them prepared just in case something happens to us while we're out.
We don't have to be here for them to prepare.
Yeah,
All I'm
exactly.
saying is, I'm ready to go.
Let's just
He's
let's
wrote it
just
up
let
on the
them
Got
right
it.
spells.
He's got it.
let's
Let
let's
Fang
just-
cook.
let's-
Let him in there alone.
uh,
He brought
He's
him this
ready.
time.
is that a
Sonic damage in this game. They're
Sonic-
gonna get murked.
We go to the council. All of a sudden, where's Fang?
dude soloing the entire
Hear it all the way
army
from
over there.
Willowshore, just shatters upon shatters.
You know, Fang, I feel you. I'll show you what my my spell list here for the day is here, because I just hang on.
Mine hasn't changed. Gosh, you two.
It's a good spell. I don't
Right.
know.
The two of you do that. Maybe we'll above board. We'll go do the council. We'll do the roll.
you
Joey's
guys,
got
you
pocket
guys show
library.
up at the council meeting. Fang and Katara are not there. Beetle in their place with a note tied upon his mandible.
Be back later.
Tom.
Oh boy.
Dude, Pocket Library is no joke. I love that spell.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Okay. So I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to talk. It sounds like you guys want to talk, yes?
Yeah, we're gonna at least talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
we want to talk. Yeah, it's at least the old man
Yeah,
Mitsuki
we'll have breakfast
Granny Who.
with the council.
I want to be as transparent with you guys because I don't want you to get started on an arc that will not happen. Get you all riled up and then let you down. Sound good? I'm gonna
Okay.
do my best to make that as smooth as possible. So, as you meet with the council, whether at the Cerulean Tea House, at Mama Bao's for some steamed bao buns, or at the Leshy Saloon, where would you like to go?
Probably wherever
This
Granny
really
Who is
the
most
house isn't
comfortable.
ready.
And her tea house is not ready.
Probably, I
Yes.
would say then.
Whatever's in Northridge.
Wherever we get a private room.
Which is probably what.
Probably
Washington-
Mama Bao's. Mama Bao's shop was destroyed in the invasion, and thus Mama Bao herself runs it out of her home. So, like, her kitchen, and she can just leave. Right, during that time. So, as you all sit inside of Mama Bao's, it is just a large dining room table that has been made for multiple guests. They are pushed together, and you can see Zheng Peng comes in last, Kim Guan, and Granny He and Old Matsuki all come within. Fresh steamed buns are served with tea with you all. And as you all enjoy your breakfast, I assume this is your time to relay to them what has happened. Old Matsuki forgoes tea to drink his medicinal wine.
I just yeah, I think we'll tell them everything that happened.
Do you wish to roleplay this, or is that okay?
I guess the thing is, we want to tell him everything that happened, and I also want to ask him if he's heard anything about this great Kukopti, or and like if there's any like history about that.
He nods, and everyone listens to you. Granny He seems more focused on the Nepora bows, by far. On getting guards ready. She even mentions to Zhang Peng to immediately go and start prepping guards. Maybe even see if any of them are willing to go to the lumber camp to wipe them out with the party, with you all, right? Whatever raiding party wants to go in and get rid of them. Now, that all being said, old Matsuki kind of takes a sip and thinks. He gets a 27. An old name. But not one that I have heard. Even one as old as I. No. This is not a name that I know. It must not be from Willowshore. I know all from Willowshore. He nods. Decisively. And then He thinks. Wait a moment. And he uses his unique ability. Wait. Give me a moment.
Perfect.
He's thinking.
Bringing him to the DC 29 to know anything about this situation.
Fantastic.
It's comical how well that worked out. He drinks a small sip of his medicinal wine before he almost spits it out. Kokopji. That name. He holds out his hand towards Yukatai in his cataract eyes. Do you brace it?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Yes. Yes, but why is that name back? That name, it was old, more ancient than even Willowshore. It is the name of an ancient and long-dead monster of some sort. It's already gone.
What is it? Obe Matsuki.
It's a monster. It's older than the monastery. And it was defeated and killed. Long before we settled here. There are no texts here in Willowshore. Very few. The only people that would know of it. I know who would. He looks back reminiscently. Yes. Zihui. She would know. Now, Katana, you may not immediately recognize that voice, roleplay-wise or out-of-game-wise, but that might be your hero. Zihui is the lighter of the Eternal Lantern, and the founder of the monastery, and is very dead.
Wow, that's okay. It's honestly
Yes.
probably a good thing.
No.
Wait.
That's the person who knows the knowledge.
Wait, hang on. we can't
We'll have
ask
to speak to his spirit.
Her
Is her
spirit.
spirit around? Is her spirit around? If she founded the monastery, wouldn't she have moved on to the River of Souls?
She is already gone. And so is the knowledge of this name. Perhaps these monsters were confused when they found something. Old texts.
Book.
Perhaps. But that is all that I know of this name. It is a long and ancient dead monster that once haunted these lands. Defeated, not by Zihui, but by someone far, far more ancient than even her.
Oh.
That is all that I know, and I assure you, no one else would know more.
You seek the Great Willowwood?
I do not think so. It is dangerous to provoke the spirit. But perhaps it would be wise, but we should wait some time. If it is Kukabti, then we are safe. Granny Hu actually snorts. Safe? Safe, you old blind man. Our villagers are dead. It doesn't matter if this monster is back, they're worshipping it. We need to wipe them out. Jingping nods in agreement. I'll give you 5 guards.
Thinking about it now, but we saw the ritual happening when we interrupted. We saw the hand of a great monster trying to come through the mist, and the mist stopped it from coming through. Either that or the lantern that that is lighting over Willowshore right now and pushing back the mist is stopping it from coming through.
She did light
The
lantern.
second, I believe.
Yes.
And we are safe as long as the lantern stays lit. I will consult my ancient texts as long as I can, but I warn you, this knowledge is lost and forgotten to all but myself and those that were at the monastery, that heard the stories of Zehui about the land itself.
Would there be books about the monastery?
I can look into those, but I believe first then we must find the origin or some way to defeat this curse. The people have been informed, and now it is time for us to fix it. Igawa, I task you when you have the chance. Seek out the texts of your parent. Find some arcane source or knowledge to pierce the barrier. I will do the
Take
same.
it to the monastery.
The monastery is not what I would suggest. That place was cursed far before this one. That Knight of Broken Blades has warned us never to return. We should not do so unless we have clear reason to. Let us take some time. Let us learn. Wipe out these creatures, and I will see what has become of this. What can be made. You have found the notebook of one of them. I also task you with deciphering it. Whatever it says and whatever may be within it could be of use to us. But guard your mind. Such texts might hold madness.
Owen pushes up his glasses and says, I will.
The time for talk is over. It is time for action. We must prepare for fall. He stands up with a little bit of help. And Granika, Zhengpeng, and Guwan also do the same. Is there anything else you wish to speak to the 5 or about?
So are we to head to the camp and eliminate them before they get here?
Yeah.
Is that what we're
Yeah,
deciding on?
they gave us 5 guards.
Okay. And are we headed out today?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah, no time right
You must. They must not be allowed to recuperate. Very well. Together you
Heal
gather.
yourself, Katai.
You find your weaponry.
Oh.
You find guards. You move on the lumber camp. But you find nothing.
Damn.
The lumber camp
Can
has
we-
been abandoned. Their tracks wiped. Or at the very least scattered. Marks of war have been wiped away on every tree, Fang. They clearly know that you'd follow them. They clearly know they will try to not let themselves be found. The Naporabo will use their abilities of subterfuge, infiltration, and worse to make sure they are not found by any of you. For they know your methods. And they know how to counteract them. That being said, you are able to plunder the lumber camp if you so wish.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, might as well.
we might as well spend the day,
Day doing
since
so,
we're
yes.
there.
I'm going to say,
Get
so
supplies.
there are combats in the rest of the camp, but none of them I don't think are life-threatening enough for us to actually play them through. For example, one of them is filled with 3 spiders. I assume, Jobin, you set that one out.
Oh,
And
That's that's fair.
with a group of
I
5
mean,
guards,
I just diplomacy our way out.
and if you want to talk
Yeah.
them out of there, they will go, feasting on the Napora bows rather than anything else. Within that place, you are able to gather some stuff if you would wish to. Let's see.
Yes, would.
Loot.
We need money.
They actually gift you their most precious item that they have found, Feng, a moderate thunderstone.
Ooh, does it evolve Beetle into a rival?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Thank God.
I can just get rid of the thunderstone if you want. Like, it's okay.
No, I'd like to see it. No. I'm interested in the
We want the
Thunders.
thunderstone.
It's Thunderbound.
seems-
There you go. It's in your inventory. It's a bomb. A sonic bomb.
Ooh.
You can clear out, and this is just because I want you guys to be able to move on to more of the adventure soon enough. Fighting 3 spiders isn't huge, and fighting the 3 elemental air wisps that were in a trap in the other building are going to be of no consequence to you. Lastly, you would technically be level 4, and I don't want you guys to have to level up before doing this.
Oh.
Alright, let's see.
All
And
right,
we
well,
got
there
that level
goes the
took
session.
away.
Well, I'm not. We can wait until the end of
Level
the session to do this because I actually kind of want to maybe see if you guys want to go through all of your downtime the rest of the summer, and we can start next session in the fall.
So here's
Okay,
my
yeah.
question then. Are they actually going to be here within 3 days? If we're going to try to finish up,
They will not be. They're gone.
they will not.
Yeah,
they just fucking
you
leave?
can't trust these wars about deception, Kadai.
Dude, they just left, bro. Where's my war?
I mean,
They'll be here. They'll be back.
We're gonna be preparing for the next, like, they're not there at the lumber camp. We'll probably spend like the next 3 days, like
Absolutely.
preparing and getting everything ready. And then when the 3 days happen and you don't show up, then we're gonna be like being prepared whenever
Just
there's gonna
waiting for the war.
we're just gonna be paranoid the entire month.
Totally agree.
Because there's like
Set up the
14
whole
of them
thing.
out there
Mm-hmm.
in that one bar.
Yeah.
We need to
Okay,
come up with a
that's a good
system to make sure we can tell when one of them's here or not. I don't know if during our downtime we're gonna be running into maybe there's one day when one of them is found, and then they're here.
When I say they are gone, they seem to have disappeared from the region.
Oh,
Okay.
The last
Yeah, I imagine
things-
there's probably a few days where Fang and Katai go out trying to track them, and there's no luck.
There is no.
Ian probably couldn't.
I don't mean to completely shit all over your guys' want to fight them and stuff, but I'm not gonna make you guys lose days of
Yeah.
travel trying to find something that has left the region, right?
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah,
is seemingly
I
hiding.
would say in character, we would probably be paranoid for the next 5 days, being like, hey, what going and searching for them, and then after that we'll probably start just doing downtime and preparing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, last thing, really quickly. I'm gonna go through the rest of the loot that was in the lumber camp. I dropped them in Jobin, your inventory, because I figured that you're gonna because it's 2 potions. Well, one of them is an oil of mending. This is after you were able to undo a summoning rune that would have summoned some angry small elemental wisps. After getting through that using your skills with Arcana, you're able to find a chest, which in it has 15 gold and a bottle of mending, so an oil of mending that is within it.
Also, the 15 gold into the party loot.
Sounds good.
We're rich.
The second thing is in the treasury, you're able to actually get in there. Now, they didn't even get into the treasury because of the air elemental wisps and this Arcana trap that they decided not to go up against, and they have no desire for money. So, in the stash, you're able to find what appears to have been embezzled funds from the previous lumber lord that was here. The stash consists entirely of one thing. Well, 2 things. One, an invisibility potion, and a silver ingot worth 100 gold.
Oh. We're fixing the tea house.
Absolutely.
It's silver. Silver's useful for fighting things.
It absolutely is.
Tea houses is good for making money to buy silver.
If you can throw the stuff in the party loot.
They're in your inventory.
And I'll. Oh,
I think you can just drag them over.
The silver bar is in my inventory.
Yep, it's in equipment.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. All right, moving that over to the party loot.
Sounds good to me.
And then the oil of bending and the invisibility potion.
Works for me. And that is an uncommon item, that invisibility potion. Like, it's the good one.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, you guys can do with that as you wish. Did you get the keymaker kit that I gave you, Ross? The keymaking tools? They should be in your inventory. I threw them in your inventory because you're the one who took them.
I guess I would also identify the dagger with
Yes,
my
I
sister.
do have them.
Okay. And then you would take the time to do so, Joman?
Yeah, to identify the dagger with my sister.
Okay. With your sister's help, you together are at level 3 at this very point in time. Together, you guys are able to identify that this is a horrid magical item. It is able to conjure the hunger of some kind of fiendish creature. However, together, your sister looks at you, and she offers a project between the two of you. For the hunger within this blade, with your arcane knowledge and what you've been taught, could be transformed back onto fiends themselves, giving this dagger not a taste for humanoids, but a taste for fiends. It would take you some time to do so. But it is a +1 low-grade silver dagger, nonetheless.
Okay. All right. I'll keep that in mind
Okay.
as a downtime project.
Very well. That all being said and done, that's the treasure that you get. Save one more thing. In the day that you come back from the lumber camp, 5 families of farmers, as well as plenty of others, approach you, expressing an unorthodox amount of praise. One of them, a young child, has 2 dogs alongside him. It seems as though the son of the owner of Buddy, of Jerky, and Dog. The dog boy, you get it. I apologize.
Boy and jerky.
Boy and Jerky, that's right. Boy and Jerky. Together, they have bundled up things to offer you. Something that while farmers cannot make magical items momentarily, they do have something that they've shared around for some time, and they offered to give it to you. It is what is known as a crafter's eyepiece, for they know and hear that you're trying to repair the Cerulean Tea House.
He pushes up his glasses and then takes them off.
I'll add it into the inventory of the party.
Now you have to say Jobin pushes up his eyepiece.
He's gonna spend some time to attach it to his glasses so he can like flip it down.
Oh, no, oh man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
German's also going to have to take the key making tools because he's like the only one of us trained in thievery. Out of
They're
everyone.
super cool, though. If you want to take the time to look at them, it gives you a continued control over locks while leaving it in place.
Yeah, Jovan's the only one that's trained out of all of us in thievery. Unless somebody changes that when they level up.
Now,
I
That's on
don't
the
we don't
bucket
get a
list for
skill.
me.
I mean, there's also dissertation documents from the camp office. Beyond that, though,
Nerd shit.
Take it for C Yang.
now you might be wondering, what about the 2 NPCs that we actually saved? You know,
How are they doing?
how are they doing? They are doing wonderful. If you check up on them, they are slowly knitting themselves back together. Especially the father, who was attacked, beaten, and broken. But he invites you all for a night to enjoy some foreign substance known as beer, if you'll do so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we made time for that.
He spends the night regaling you and trying to bring up the spirits, talking about stories of horrendously explicit medical procedures on animals, trying to bring up, fond memories. Talks about old animals that have come and gone, that have acted like family to him and his son. And eventually tells you a story of a foreign traveler that came through Willowshore. One that carried a flask with him, that brought beer. This flask he named after his bucking bronco, Brave. So they called it Bravo. They have shared this beer on celebratory occasions, and they offer you the flask as a token of thanks from the Cum family.
Let me see if I like beer.
Yeah, I'm curious if you would like beer. It's actually pretty good for a horror campaign if anybody knows what Bravo's brew does. It's in your party loot.
Oh, let's see. Oh, it's
Nice.
alcohol, so I think it gives you
Yeah,
bonus
yeah.
to fear, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's better than the normal beer because eventually it gives you negative effects.
Yeah.
Correct, this one does not. That's Bravo's brew.
Bravo's brew.
Special brew.
That's right. Alright, all that said and done. You're rewarded for your efforts. You're given thanks by everyone, and you gain 4 reputation points with each faction.
Even the governor?
No.
Oh.
He's gone.
Dude's
We've
dead.
been misled.
I know, it was actually, I designed that to mislead you all at the beginning of the campaign.
We'll find him one day.
One day.
Alright. Now that all being said and done, you have plenty of opportunities here in Willowshore, but the town needs to be repaired. The town needs help. And being on watch for the Napora bows takes time. So, there are 2 more downtime activities that are available during this summer that I will grant you guys to be able to do. How does that sound? If you wish to
give it
do
to me
them now,
already.
you're welcome to. Otherwise, the story suggests that we just simply skip to fall. And I don't mean that in like, you just kind of immediately skip. It's more of, there's rain-filled weeks in which the townsfolk slowly adapt to their new reality of being trapped within a curse. Right? They can't leave this place, this wall that has surrounded them.
So we have like a month of downtime.
You have 2.
into the level up. 2 months of downtime
Yeah.
into the level.
That is why I'm suggesting maybe we only do either one, or I let you guys finish your 2 other ones.
I
It
mean,
sounds
if,
like,
if we have time to get stuff done, we should get stuff done. You
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
know?
we have the tea house to do. If anybody needs to do any crafting, there's that.
Yeah,
We also have we could buy stuff from what's his name when he shows
Shinzo.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Shinzo, yeah, once a week.
you got
We need to
Peachwood,
earn income.
blacksmith.
If
I
you
will say
guys wish
something.
to sit
go
down
ahead.
and do 2 months worth of downtime, I am happy to do so.
I'm down to go week by week. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 checks.
But
Multiply by all of us.
I will say, typically the tea house isn't something that should be touched, or at the very least offered to be repaired until fall. I'm giving you guys the opportunity to work on it early since you guys did so goddamn well. But you will not be behind if you take time to help Willowshore's people. If you are willing to take this sacrifice to lose 1 month of downtime, you can help repair the town on its own, all at once, to increase its level to 5.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense to work on getting the town set up before the thing. I'm pretty sure if that was one of the downtime activities,
You would do
we
it.
would
Yeah.
start working on that.
Mm-hmm. So if you are willing to lose a month, and at the end of the month and going into maybe fall, you'll be at level 5. This includes trying to get things stocked. There are missing
Jeez.
farmers and all that, right? Are you guys okay with that?
Wait. Okay, I'm a tangible person, and we're just kind of like throwing out all these. So you're saying spend 1 month.
Willowshore,
Level 5,
Willowshore
town is-
levels up
oh,
to
no,
5.
no, no.
Willowshore.
We're not
us,
level
Willowshore.
5. The town is level 5.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can do
okay.
higher like earn income and that.
Yep.
type of stuff.
And then a month of week to week downtime,
Mm-hmm.
and then fall, and then level 4,
Yes.
and then campaign.
Yes.
Story continues.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's fine for me. One thing I will say is like throughout these next 2 months, as the Beetle of Fate is being called to war, you notice he's growing.
Yeah.
He's growing.
Let's go. Yeah. So, anyways, that's what I was trying to like say. You know, if you wanted to zoom out and do a little bit of downtime rather than spending a whole 2 months of roleplay and whatnot to get to fall, but I'm down to do it this way. So you guys
Sure.
are going to be approached with 2 new downtime activities, or 1 downtime activity because you already have the Peachwood, don't you?
We do have the Peachwood,
Cool.
yeah.
I will say that the Peachwood, you are approached by somebody else that says you shouldn't touch the Peachwood
Oh.
from South Bank. But if other people say in Northridge to get the Peachwood so that Fulus can be created to protect the village from spirits. So I'm just going to tell you that right now. You can take that one if you wish to. If you do, you'll lose 1 reputation point with South Bank, but you'll gain access to new things.
It's just South Bank.
I mean, we have
Yeah,
like
but we
50
have-
points with South Bank, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, okay, so we have a druid. The
Okay.
druid would like to take a respectable amount of peachwood to still leave it in its a growth state
Yep.
without damaging it
That is the
while
plan.
still supplying Northridge.
That is the plan.
That is what. Yeah.
You can absolutely do that and still participate in the downtime activity. It just won't be able to be harvested until next year. So like next summer you'll be able to do it again. Sound good?
That's fine
Yeah.
by me.
All right.
Okay, so we have to do it this summer, or we won't be able to do it until next year.
Correct. You can shore up the Smith troubles. If you tell me which one they are, which one it is, whether you want Wu Zhu to get paid, or if Zhang Peng gets more armor for the guards, that is up to you all. There is no more need for you to roll the checks, other than it will take you guys some time, like a week.
Yeah, I think I
Fang's
was...
in a crazy position right now to where he's a part of leadership and he does not belong there. So Fang's gonna suggest we increase the taxation on the people so that we can pay both the guards and the blacksmith.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd already spoken with Zhang Ping about me covering the costs for the blacksmith.
Yeah,
That way he doesn't have to take it out of the guards.
Correct.
And I was going to offer up 10 gold.
that's what I was going to
So-
say. Because you had offered this up, if you want to offer up 10 gold, you can sway him towards that over the course of working with him, paying with him, and working with the guards. And if you lose 5 days of your downtime, Ross, that can work towards the smith getting paid and an
Yep, I'll do
amiable
that then.
outcome. You will gain 1 reputation point with South Bank for doing that. Because
Very
South Bank
well.
appreciates you getting paid.
But what about taxation?
All right.
They don't get trade is not happening anymore, so they're not earning any money.
The last thing is, since you're in a Rodus at this point, because you're spending a month fixing things, I'll let you guys do as many talks with Shinzo as you want to get any items that are from anywhere, because he does come back. Breaking the curse, it would seem, or being aloof with it. Maybe he never even leaves. Nobody knows. But he does come back.
It kind of depends how much money we're gonna have over the course of the
Last of
'cause
this,
There's some
yeah.
stuff I have to like sell, and then runes I want to move
Sure.
over to my katana. And
Sure.
There's just a whole bunch of
The last thing,
bunch of
though,
stuff.
that I will do before we go into that kind of downtime, Katai, is you are approached at the beginning of a Rotus after the Leshy Salon is fully fixed. And Jobin, you're approached by Mountain Summer Grass themselves. The small Leshy, the only Leshy, to call Willowshore its home. I assume you're more than happy to meet with them?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Excellent. They converse with you, excited that you're going to be making this tea house a reality again. Word has begun to spread that you're working on it, and they will offer you a proposition. There is a frustrating blight that has been spreading through the Leshy Salon's plants, and they wish for help in stopping its progress. If you're able to do so, the Leshy Salon will supply tea to the Cerulean Tea House, or at least aid you in doing so.
For sure.
They
But,
excitedly clack their branches together and will guide you towards the blight.
This might be a thing for Fang. Can I go grab Fang?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just don't know where Fang would be during this time, so you're easy to find. All right.
So
I mean, I'm sure we're meeting daily, you know.
Oh, perfect.
Still.
All right, that works too.
Yeah.
Together, you guys can make your way to the Leshy Salon and get ready to work on it. That all being, again, said and done.
When we walk into the Leshy Salon, Fang eyes the forbidden tea. His mouth
the forbidden
waters.
tea is her, isn't it?
He's
Maybe.
not sexually attracted to the Leshy. He wants her tea.
No.
I know. I'm kidding.
Delete.
You just gave me an opportunity to make joke.
No worries. Now, the tea farm infestation will take 10 victory points. And it is used in nature or farming. And takes 8 hours per check.
Oof.
Yes.
Oof.
It's a big one.
That's not me at all.
Fang says, "Don't worry about it, Jobin. I got this."
All right. Now, we have 1 month worth of downtime to go through. I'm assuming since we're at session time that we would rather go through it all of the actual downtime that you have. Now that Willowshore is level 5, next week. Sound good? Or would you rather bang it all out right now as fast as we can?
I need to make a list myself.
Works
If
for me.
If want to do their stuff, they can.
And go ahead. Oh, I'll assume that everyone wants to make a list then. Since you guys actually have money and resources and time.
Oh,
Not-
Well,
think I
I would
got
like us to evaluate our resources and
Yeah. So
partition them appropriately.
Sure.
yeah, right now there's 35 gold inside the party loot.
Mhm.
We have an invisibility potion, Bravo Boom, oil amending, and a silver bar worth 100 GP.
I vote we sell the silver bar.
And so the ore.
What or?
Or yeah, the ore.
The
we have
wooden
ore. For 50
ore.
yeah, the wooden ore
For
for 50
50
GP.
Oh, that's rude.
That's
I
fucked
mean,
up.
I'm on board.
Well, it's I don't well these things aren't treasure, so they're not worth either full amount. So we're probably going to get 50 for the ingot and 25 for the ore.
But that lets us put all our money into the tea house.
We want to put all our money in the tea house, or there's this stuff. I mean, there's stuff that people need to get like we need to get runes for
Yeah, they need those
Katai
special
and
ones.
Cian.
What runes can you get at level 4?
Plus one.
Potency.
Don't they have
We already
potency?
have a few +1s with us. I have 2 +1 weapons and a spear and a silver dagger. We can see if we can find someone to transfer those +1s out of
Yeah, I
those
can do that.
weapons.
I mean,
Oh, you can?
well, no, actually, once I'm level 4, I'll be able to do it because I'm getting magical crafting.
So we can
But,
have Jobin do it then. It's just so we can do it that way.
So,
We-
are there any like striking runes? Is level 4 the first armor rune
5.
stage?
That's level 5.
No. Armor is like level 7, I think.
7, I think.
What's the
Right now it's just potency at level 4.
at level 4? It's just potency, and it sounds like we got potencies.
We just
What
need to
about-
switch them over.
Mm.
What about
But
shield
Jobin
runes?
can do that.
Oh, shield runes, reinforcing runes.
Because I think Cian has a shield, right?
Yeah, I have a shield also.
And yeah.
When is that ghost touch and all that available? Those runes? Because if we have +1, we can do those.
Yeah, it depends on the level.
I think they were like low level, but maybe they're not.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some evaluating of stuff.
Some of this stuff feels like Kingmaker, where you can just do it, point by post.
Yeah, if you want to do play by post for the course of the week, I'm totally fine with that. I'm gonna add more shops into your guys'
Touch is
thing.
level 4. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm adding more shops into your guys' shop catalog. These are shops that will come up at things since you guys spent the time to repair Willowshore. This includes Jadeite Essentials, Cloud Paper House. Second Best is the biggest one that comes back. If you recall, the second best owner was hurt during the initial attack and has just barely gotten his things back together.
Bottled lightning? Oh my gosh, this guy's great.
Yeah.
Alright, so weapon potency is level 2.
Ghost touch is level 4, but it's 75 gold.
Well, I don't need one.
Striking is level 4.
Striking is level 4?
Yeah, striking is level 4, it's 65 gold.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was thinking potency was level.
Because
potency is 2, striking is 4.
now you can't
I thought-
buy something unless you're of level, right? Or is it only?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you go into her Fluvial Lady of Souls, you'll find that Elizeth can now provide Ghost Touch and Striking Runes.
Elizeth, you're my favorite.
Oh, you fucking liar.
This is due to
Erasmus,
her.
She comes.
This,
Yeah.
this is Athena all over again.
It is.
Really?
It is.
Listen, he just
Yeah.
Alright.
She has 5 striking runes, lady. You've been holding
There's
out
70.
on
There's
us.
65 gold.
Yeah,
a
but-
bargain.
Oh.
Weapon
Okay,
potency
but-
+1s as well.
Oh, we have plenty of those. We don't even need those. I think here's what I think we should do. You ready? I think we should at minimum get Cian a ghost touch rune. And then
Uh-huh.
from there,
We're fighting the poor bows.
do you remember ghosts?
For now.
I'm just saying, the title of the game is Season of Ghosts. There's gonna be ghosts.
Ghosts are real.
There's gonna be
Jeez,
ghosts.
read a book.
There's 75 gold.
It's either that or try to get one of us a striking rune. But I feel like a ghost. I'd rather have a ghost rune than not have a ghost rune. You know.
Well,
I
if we
feel-
roll well, if someone rolls really well on the 4 weeks, they'll have enough money for both on your earned income if we roll
True.
well enough.
Guess what, everybody?
What?
Asahina Shinzo does come back, and you will get access to his shop for very brief amounts of time. I'll be taking his thing off and on. There he is. See
There
him?
he is. There's the guy.
He's got this for sale.
What do you got?
A hood.
No, the poor bow hood. That's the hood that we decided not to get.
Hmm. True.
I know you dragged shielded arm from Katai's sheet into his shop, but that's not actually an item. That's just something I use for my own macro. So,
Which one?
The shielded arm. I think you.
No, you're
I think-
just looking at sell items.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, you're in the cell area.
So
I wanna buy
It-
things. Sorry.
Yeah,
the
go look in
reinforcing
box.
rune for the shield is level 4 as well.
Mm,
And how much does that cost?
75.
Oh, we're broke.
Yeah,
Why
I
are
don't
we
think,
always
I don't think
broke?
anyone has that though, right? Otherwise, it'd be at the ironworks, I think. Probably.
You guys can also earn income
yeah.
at this point. And you will be
Use a
level 4
spiritual
for it.
shield too.
So if we were to liquidate everything inside the party stash, I think we would get.
I mean, if you liquidate everything, it's 261 gold.
Well, I don't know. That's how much everything is at their full price. It'll be less than that probably.
No, it'd be half that, right? So 130.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we only trust her. Yeah, so 130.
But we probably don't want to liquidate all of it, right?
No.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything they want to sell?
Not really.
Can I sell this prison key?
I can, here, we can sell this thing, that frozen vial. There you go. That's worth 3 gold, so that's a gold and a half.
So this ghost charge.
I think that's it, guys.
Oh, I had two.
I got nothing else in my name.
Yeah, I have like 2 gold and like all of the shit I need. So
Yeah. My net worth is under 40 gold total.
Oh.
don't look at my net worth because it's really high, but it's misleading. I swear.
Yeah, you got it all in your weapon. In armor.
No, it's all in my. I have a bunch of potency crystals and I have a magic item of the.
I mean,
Crying
you get rid
Elder
of the
pendant.
potency, right? If we're gonna get striking.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know if we
we'll-
will or
we'll-
not. If we do, I will. But if we can only afford 1 striking rune, I'd rather give it to Zian.
We probably just do our purchasing at the end of the month after we've done our
Yeah.
earned income, and we'll know how much.
You have 318 gold?
Leave me alone. Listen, it's not what it looks like.
And you're here asking for us to buy
whoa!
runes?
It's not what it looks like. I don't actually have that much.
It's the worth of the item she's wearing.
Yeah, it's my armor is worth 35 gold, and I also have a silver. So I have a 79 GP silver dagger on me. That's a +1 that we're gonna transfer off. So I have 2. I currently have 2 runes on me. They're just not on the right weapons right now. So listen. I've been carrying around a bunch of weapons, and I'd like to
Yeah,
liquidate them.
That's
Yeah.
that's how it happens. Okay.
What about my scrolls?
You can buy scrolls. Go for it.
Yeah. You can buy probably 2 scrolls if you do 1 week of earned income.
Oh yeah, I got. Oh my.
I'm just saying.
Actually, I can probably sell this cold iron buckler. Do you want this, Ian? This cold iron buckler? Do you need desire for it?
Bucklers for spellcasters.
Spellcasters, whenever you like this low grade cold iron buckler. Come on, sell it if we don't want it.
I love all of this math that we're doing. But
I love math.
I actually only have 15 more minutes before I've got to head off. Well, I've got to actually be back
Yeah.
on stream.
You
That's fair. You
But-
can go.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
But, level up to level 4. I'm gonna,
Yes.
if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna dump the chat. You have your variable things. The Foundry's gonna stay up. The tea farm infestation, you've already learned about. If you remember how to do the peachwood, that's totally fine too. It's like,
Peachwood is nature survival.
yes, it is. So,
Those things we have to do during our last month, right?
yes,
'Cause
you
we spent
guys.
the first month doing
The first month was repairing Willowshore, and Willowshore is now back to being at its full. Save the missing villagers that died. You can't really get those back. But Willowshore is back to being a level 5 settlement, and is ready to head into the fall soon enough, prepping all of the food and security it can. Now, before I go, I'm going to go over some things really quick. For one,
Taxes.
since we have hit the end of summer technically, if there is a point that you guys wish to jump off of the adventure, this is one of the seasonal changes. This would be the time to do so, or if you wish to change campaigns. Secondly, the fall will dive much deeper into story, and will have a lot more involved downtime, and I believe is a more well-written version of the summer. Now, for that, fall will be far more simpler. Everything is weekly downtime in the fall, and we go week by week rather than day by day.
Oh, cool.
You also will begin working with the tea house, and all of that fun that comes with it, and a Willowshore reunited. I hope that you guys wish to continue in the fall, but if you don't, please send me a DM over the week. And then we'll come back next week at session 20 and the turn of Falling of Leaves. Is there anything else you guys want from me before we adjourn? You guys level up and get your lists in order.
Okay.
All right. In that case, I will see you all in 15 minutes. Stream. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you all for playing through the summer. I hope you guys have a lot of fun, and you should have more questions than you have answers at this point, shouldn't you?
I'm so confused, but we know so much. It's
I know,
like,
right?
I
Isn't it
need to
great?
sort through everything.
Isn't it great? All right.
Taxes.
Taxes.
Hear me out. It solves all our problems.